How's it going?
Good. How are you doing, Xander?
Oh, all right. We're having technical difficulties here. You put those on.
Well,
Here,
I can do
I know. I'll put my earbud
Always.
in. Hold up.
How do you do that?
No, I'll do that.
This
Yep.
is already in this.
No, I'll do this.
Okay.
Just stream it.
Okay. Cool. So we set up our good camera, and we didn't realize that the audio was going to be crazy because there's two mics now.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we've been trying to figure that shit out for the last half an hour.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's fun.
Yeah. Thanks for waiting, guys, and being patient. Put it on the comments so we can see.
Yeah.
I had to use a big chair because the piece that you step on to rise it broke.
I hate that. I've had that happen. You're taller.
Yeah.
You're so much taller. Woo!
Only time in my life, really.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Hmm.
That lower center of gravity is a good thing usually.
I'm glad you guys invited me on. Thank you. It's been a while.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for being up. I can barely hear, so I'm going to put my earbuds in here.
Okay.
What's going on though? You go ahead and talk to her. You guys start talking about what we're going to talk about tonight.
Hey, Casey.
Hi.
Hi, Casey.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good.
Hi, Casey.
Hi.
Okay, wait. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So, I just want to say one thing. I wanted Tina to hear, but um, kudos to you guys, to you, to Tina, to Ernie. I want to tell you all this. Anytime you're investigating with such sensitive issues as we all are, this is kind of known to happen because a lot of times the traffickers will pay others to destroy the people that are actually trying to be out there to help.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of feel like I'm very angry. I left Dolly Vision. I left him a message last week. I coordinated with United Cajun Navy with you all. We were going to do a search. I believe Candace was going to go along with it. But because of the hatred and the mob mentality that these low grade YouTubers have,
Mm-hmm.
the search was called off. And
Wow.
United Cajun Navy has some of the best equipment in the country. And
Yeah.
we have the best men and women that do this not for money, but to do this because they care about children.
Yeah, and not only equipment, they have dogs. They have some of the best dogs in the country too.
That's right. I mean, some of these men, it takes them anywhere between 4 to 7 years to train these dogs. And going into an investigation like Summers 10 months later is hard, anyways. But now, because of all the abuse and the allegations and lies that have been put out there,
Mm-hmm.
now this is a step back. And, everybody has lost reality of what this is about. I mean, I
Yeah.
see them going on social media, persecuting you all, mostly Ernie. And I'd like to say something to somebody. Y'all can laugh, you can make fun of me. I don't give a good, I don't care. But I want to ask you something. Did you ever know somebody that committed suicide? I
I
want to
have.
know. I know somebody that did.
I did too.
Okay.
Hmm.
And I've had to live with that for 21 years. I lost somebody very, very meaning to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that day that we don't always know what's going on in someone's mind.
Absolutely.
People can take bullying, but I think what it is it's a borderline personality disorder once you are over the age of 20.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my some of these things that I hear, my son, when he was 13 to 17, he was on these video games. You know, the mean things they would say back and forth. It was part of the game.
Mm.
And that kind of actually does fall in with trafficking because, at the end of the day, trafficking's a game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game from the perpetrator to the victim.
Yeah.
So you guys are not doing anybody good, especially Summer Wells. And I don't give a good ass what you think of me. I don't care. But one thing that you are missing, it's really
Yeah.
going to be hard for a counter lawsuit since you guys have pretty much started this.
Same.
You
Right.
know, um, all of us researchers and people that have been helping with this case have had to put important issues aside to actually find out who you people are. And you
True.
can laugh, but guess what? At the end of the day, you are not going to win. I promise you that.
Yeah, and I think it's important, like you said that this happens a lot. It's happened in the past where people who are trying to help end this problem get attacked by the people that are causing the problem, and a lot of people that don't know us or have never heard of us or have never heard of any of these problems don't believe that that happens. Don't believe
Exactly.
that a
Right.
trafficker or people will protect pedophiles in that way,
That's right.
and
And
it happens all the time.
and the thing is, I'm going to tell you, people are going to get away from that. I don't want to say Jerry Springer mentality because it's kind of insulting Jerry. But similar, people don't want that.
Right.
If we want that, we can turn on any news station
Hmm.
and watch that crap. Okay? I think after COVID and us going to a possible war with Russia, if this has not woken up people,
Hmm.
you need to go get checked for borderline personality disorder. And I say this not as an insult, not as a diss. I say this because it is not normal. And also, Tina, with you and Ernie being Indian and your children and anybody else that has been attacked on your panel, they passed a law in 2019 that protects Native Indians as long as you're a citizen. And I would say you guys are. So we have a lot of interesting people watching this tonight. And, you know, I just think it's ridiculous. And they've
Yeah, but
taken, you know,
you need certification, documentation when you're trying to present that you're native. So that's
well,
what
the
it
blood
definitely.
test is for, you know. Well, we're a little iffy on that DNA stuff because it gets a little crazy there, But
That's true.
I,
I
you
have a
know,
serious sound delay. Wait a second.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Debbie, I think you might be echoing a little. I
is it
am
People
me?
too
are
on her.
people are saying that you are. I
I
can't
am.
hear it, but
Hang on.
people in the chat are saying it. I can't hear it myself though.
Shoot.
Do you have YouTube on?
Yeah. Is that
Yeah.
why?
Do you have YouTube and StreamYard open?
Uh,
No, Debbie.
let's see. Actually, I have Facebook and StreamYard and Facebook open. Should I close Facebook?
Yeah, but I don't think we're streaming to Facebook because we were so late, so they wouldn't let us.
Oh, okay. Is that
Unfortunately.
better? No.
I mean, I can't
I'll
hear the
check
echo. You
mine.
sound good to me, but
How's that? Nope.
they're saying that you have an echo too.
I don't have anything open.
I mean, you sound fine to me, but
Hi.
Hey.
I have one echo cancellation. I don't know why it's doing that.
Well, Debbie went off and it was still going on, so it's probably you guys. Sander.
okay. Is it me? Am I
Po-
echoing?
No, you aren't actually.
Do you think it's the microphones? Are they beside each other by chance?
Um, ours are not.
They're not? Okay.
They were before. That's what we had to fix. But I have. That's why I have earphones on. It's because I had to cancel out both of them and use these.
Oh,
Um, people are saying it's not me. It's not me. It's you.
it's me. Let's see
All right,
here.
I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey.
Is it still doing it? Yeah. Um, shit.
They're saying it's just Casey.
They did?
Yeah, they're saying it's Casey.
Oh.
Tina, you want me to add you?
No, don't have me. Seeing if I get less of a delay coming in on StreamYard.
Yeah, you should because YouTube has a delay.
Well, I hope they got to hear what I said.
I think everybody heard what you said. I think it was just like an annoying echo.
And frankly, like I said, Xander,
I mean, I hear what
we wouldn't know who anybody was if they didn't start their diversion plan,
Yeah, that's
you
the thing.
know?
It's like, if people would just shut up and sit down, then we'd never know that they existed.
Exactly. And
Listen,
here's my thing with it too. Okay, there's some YouTubers I don't care for. Okay? I mean, that's like we're all like this. You either like, I don't know, chocolate or vanilla. So, I don't go out of my way to like ruin these people's lives, okay? I might roll my eyes or whatever, but I also watch all of these YouTubers. And I mean, I see one woman that did something great against vaccines. I think that's wonderful. You know, I see another young man that sounds like he has good intentions, but he went about it the wrong way. Meaning, he had to put in a lot of false news to get his followers. Then you have another guy. Oh, and by the way, everybody, this shit is real. I promise you. I know
very.
some people were saying that are these skits? Are they just acting? No, this shit is real. My friends, my colleagues, they are being stalked mobly, okay? And there has to come a time in someone's life that you either get it or you just be a sheep.
Right.
I'm
I hope it doesn't.
sorry.
I hope it doesn't happen to any of them. But everybody on
Yeah.
my Facebook and all that, that when I got doxxed and my Facebook was put up,
Mhm.
same exact thing. Everybody's getting stalked, harassed. It's gonna come to a time where they're gonna start arresting people. Hopefully, it's
Mhm.
soon because I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah, you're
Mhm.
awake and you're not. And, it's like Team Rose said yesterday. And by the way, I love Team Rose. She's awesome. She's crazy as hell, but I like her. Uh, once you wake up, there's no going back. Nobody wakes
Right.
up and then goes back to sleep. You don't learn about these things and then unlearn them. there's no unseeing any of this.
Right.
And the thing is, if people want to do good, first off, you don't cancel out the people that are actually doing the physical work. And when I say physical work, this search and rescue that I was coordinating was perfect. We were going to have cadaver dogs. We were going to have drones. We were going to have a 12 to 13 man search party. Okay. They were going to meet you guys there. And I mean, how much better could it be? You live not far from there, you know? And just to know, I mean, how much money, and I'm not going to name names because that's what you people want, but I'll
Mhm.
do initials. Let's play a little game tonight. BK, NK, GA. How much money have you guys made off of Summer Wells?
Phew.
you know, is extortion, exploitation. You know what? Karma is bad, and guess what? You all cannot break my spirit because I am protected by God, and I am there to tell you. You can make fun of me. You can be atheist. I don't care. At the end of the day, I don't care what someone else does. But what I am going to say is just find a new topic, raise money to help. I mean, did you guys see what Dolly's doing? I left him that message and I saw he did a 24-hour where he was raising money to pay for search and rescue to go see
Mhm.
for Summer Wells.
Do something good with their channel.
Yes, there's enough bad things in the world. Be a good role model, a good influence. Because you know what? At the end of the day, like I said, I watch all of y'all's shit, and I truly believe you all have some good in you. Because I have seen it.
Mhm.
But when you purposely set out to ruin innocent people's lives, that's bad juju. I'm just gonna flat out say it. It's badass karma.
No, they act like it's a game. This is not a game. This was never a game for us ever. We're never competing or anything like that. I mean, we say things like Team Supreme, but what does that mean? That I'm Team Good? It's not a
Supreme
competition of
Taco.
freaking YouTubers. We're not in high school, and it's
I'm
just
one.
sad.
I'm wondering if they got bullied when they were younger and then just now, it's coming out in their life. When I was younger, I was bullied.
Hmm.
But when I became 15, I was being a bully.
Hmm.
Right.
Okay. So
Right.
by the time I grew up and had a car, a job, a career, everything, I kind of outgrew that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
I
the
know.
same thing. I got bullied for the longest time, and then I became a bully because I was pissed off about it. And then
Yeah.
eventually you see that both sides are not the way that it's not the way to go.
It makes
Well,
you
you know.
sick
there's bullies, and then there's also
physically.
paid antagonists.
Mhm.
And
Reminds me of Antifa.
yeah, I mean, and what we're seeing here on YouTube is a organized hate group,
Mhm.
but
It sure is.
they're like cyber vandals and looters and things like that. They steal each other's material, they lie about each other, they extort each other, they do all these crazy things as if this is LARPing. It's a live action role play, but it's carping because it's cyber. You know,
Carping.
it's carping. They are bottom feeders.
That's so fun.
I like it.
You should do that.
They're carpers. That's the new name, carpers.
But like when you go out of your way, like I'm going to tell you all now, I've been working with Tina, Xander, and Ernie since what? December, January,
I think it was
something like.
December. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
something like that.
Because I mean, I was talking to you at Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I saw your station. I found valuable information about Summer's case. I wanted to find someone local because, when you do these type of missions, one, you can't do it all yourself. And another thing, we don't just sit here and make shit up. We got documentation.
Right.
It's facts.
Hmm.
Because when I give it to the people that I know, I want them to be able to look at it and say, "Oh shit, this is really, going on."
Yeah, you want
Right.
to be
Because
able to verify everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, everything else is hearsay,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and the problem is you can't even blame law enforcement for being mad because of all of this. Again, worst summer.
Right.
I want to know the last time these individuals have actually sat down and talked with their viewers about her case. Like, and when I say case,
Speaking of bed.
not old news, not made up shit, like real stuff. I just want to know.
Right.
because the focus has been taken off of them, off of Summer. And as I said, this is very common human trafficking tactics. Okay. So if somebody out there keeps doing things, breaking the laws like they know they are, you're not invincible because guess what? Someone may tell you, oh, nobody can do this to me because, well, they don't know where I live. Or somebody can't do this to me. They don't have my IP address. Or they can't get me fired. Guess what? Everybody has a fucking boss. Bottom line, everybody's life can change like that because it happens all the time. So please do not be so arrogant to think that it won't happen to you. And I don't even wish bad things on people. You know, if hey, if these guys, these men and women care so much and are into true crime and everything, would you guys be opposed if they want to come on and help us?
Oh man, we love all of that. I mean, we just want facts and real people to come up and talk, and it's such a disgrace what we have witnessed, because we are genuine. We are a real group that came and stepped up to the plate like other people should do, to do something, to at least,
Mhm.
spread knowledge, awareness, and let other people meet faces of other survivors. And that's all we ever were,
Mm.
you know. And yeah, we wanted to have fun and make a horror movie, where making
Oh,
pedos die would be great again.
you
You know,
know,
like
speaking of
it's
the
always
horror
the
movie,
innocent young children and kids and stuff in the woods by the lake, like awesome places to go visit with your family. And your kids are scared to death to go there because they watched some scary movie,
Yeah,
like
you
the
know.
I know. It
Jason
makes me afraid of the
masks,
woods and
Yeah, yeah, all that,
all of it.
afraid of the night,
you,
afraid of the
Wilderness,
woods.
nature
you know
in general.
something weird I found out? I saw an interview with like a director or something. So I was curious because I didn't really ever hear this guy. So it was weird. Like when I went to go like find his IMD or whatever, all of a sudden this rap sheet came up on him in Tennessee for domestic violence. Like this dude is on the registry.
Right.
So you have people out here condemning others, okay? When they got their own damn stuff they need to be looking at in their backyard, okay?
Right.
And I did not use their name because that's out of respect and liability issues. But I will say everything that you guys try to do, it leads us to some crap about you all.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, I don't know what else to say.
I
And
know.
it's not nice
No.
what we find.
No, it isn't nice what we find, and it takes a lot of courage and bravery to be the ones to step up and talk about it, and
Yep.
talk about the real people involved,
Yep.
and what organizations to look into, and
Oh,
we're not
Tina.
involved in any of them.
No, I
But
know. And Tina, I forgot to tell you, I got to call a number tomorrow to verify a past federal employee because I don't think she was
yeah,
or is retired. And I plan to let them know what I see, which is actually a very true terroristic concern to me.
okay, good. Yeah, yeah, we all know who that is.
So,
Sorry. Everyone's asking in chat about my name.
about who?
My name I put up. I said, stop hacking before you get arrested.
It's
You
awesome.
all do
I like it.
know.
They hacked the crap out of poor Casey because Casey's killing it on the research.
Yeah.
That's right.
I
Because
guess,
we
because my
are
life is boring.
gathering all information for law enforcement,
But
and we
you
are
know,
presenting in a law enforcement kind of way.
yep,
We are not law enforcement, but we're
Right.
like Santa Claus. We're making our list and we're checking it twice. Some of you motherfuckers are super naughty and not at all nice.
People also think Debbie is
You know?
Robin Lane. That's not Robin Lane. That's Debbie.
No, that's
Do
Debbie.
I look
Definitely
like
not Robin
Robin
Lane.
Lane?
No. Yep.
Oh God.
Mm-mm.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
she's
I
got
don't.
credentials
I don't
out the
see the
wazoo.
resemblance there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Let me get this shit right. I want to be looking like no suspects. No, I'm kidding. Which I have not been to Tennessee since Hurricane Irma,
Yeah.
and I love the Smoky Mountains, and I plan to come there and see you guys sometime.
That'd
That'd be
be
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to come
See,
see you too.
yes,
But I
please.
mean, let people know like a little bit of your credentials, like what you've done for storm victims and things like that. Like, who are you on that level? We've talked about the fact
Oh,
that you found missing kids, you know, and you found missing people's bodies even for the feds. And you're very, very good at what you do and very professional. And
thank you.
you're not just a YouTuber.
No, no, I actually like to stay behind the scenes a lot of the time. I usually only do this if I feel it's important. And I felt like with my team being attacked, you're damn right I'm going to be there because that's what this is about. You got to be with people that you can trust. You know, if if we were on here like attacking people, then I could see something, but
Right.
it's not like that. Um, well, let's see. I was a hairdresser in Washington, D.C. for many years. I was a teacher. When I got out of hairdressing, I started working for Network Solutions. I was a investigator for the government. So basically, anytime somebody would sign up for a domain name, I would have to investigate it to make sure, there were no embargoes or breaking the law.
Mhm.
I saw a lot of sex trafficking victims. I saw deaths. I saw car accidents made to happen on purpose. A lot of awful, horrible things. Um, so then, in about 2015, I had random women sending me videos on Facebook asking me to help them. It was videos of girls being killed. Some of them, it looked like they were actually out by like the Amazon jungle or something like that. Then
It's awful.
yeah, I started getting more and more. So finally, I couldn't take it. So I reached out to everybody. I reached out to NOMAC, Homeland Security, Human Trafficking Network. I mean, I have four organizations at one time. I'm sending all this shit. So come to find out, it was linking to Backpage. So I had the FBI Tampa office call me. First thing the guy says, "Why are you doing this?" And I'm like,
Right.
"What is he talking about?" He goes, "I mean, I know why you're doing this, but I know why he said that to me
Mm-hmm.
because you see what comes along with it,
That's
and I know you guys and myself are tired of weird cars being around where we are, watching our places, you know, calling us for all these weird numbers, giving us weird emails, sending us fucking hacks.
yeah.
Okay? I mean, duh. I mean,
It's getting crazy.
but see, I'm not going to lower myself to do the same shit because you're actually breaking FTC laws.
And
So
I'm
that
not going to
falls,
stop
yeah, I
because
mean,
I'm
that
investigating and looking things up. We're not stopping. We're
we are
helping.
not stopping. We are not stopping. We are protected people. We are protected. This is not like a fear meeting or anything other than the fact that we're chosen. Okay? Y'all might be chosen to be trolls and be backseaters. That's cool. Maybe you learn something. But Tina, do you have that thing I sent you earlier too about the new law they changed? That falls for Ernie too.
They also, all these people that are doing all this, they could turn around and actually go and research and do good stuff on YouTube instead of doing the
Exactly.
stuff that could potentially get them arrested or in trouble.
Well, and they don't want Summer found because of
Right?
the views. And that's sick. That makes you just as bad as the fucking trafficker.
It does. It does.
We
And
already know that little girl had a messed up life. I was just in with everybody else in the beginning saying, oh, Candace, oh, they're a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. I found stuff on the grandmother that wasn't too good that TBI has gotten months ago. I also know that I truly don't believe that Candace was involved with Summers being gone. Well, a part of me thought that she ate those medicinal Skittles and maybe fell, hit her head, or whatever. Because I remember
right.
seeing a video in the beginning of Dawn and Candace driving with Summer in their SUV, but as usual, the internet dupes it off.
Hmm.
Um, but I thought about that. Maybe they were going to take her to the hospital and they realized that she was dead. But I'm I'm really leaning myself towards the fact that Jose grabbed her out of the basement. I mean, okay, Jose
Someone
gave
did.
this very touching interview. But do y'all realize you just felt sorry for a sex trafficker?
Right. You never know.
And I know for a fact with DOC, you call any Department of Corrections, they will tell you repeated felons lie. Repeated felons. So that means this man has had more crimes than this. But, oh, he's such a sweet man. Really? My God,
There's
you had this man in your house. He's a sex trafficker.
some of those really nice people are sometimes the ones out there searching, the ones out there looking.
Yep,
Sometimes.
sometimes. And that brings me to another point. I'm disgusted and appalled to find out that EquiSearch lets sex offenders go search properties for a missing little girl.
Whoa.
So if YouTubers want to help, please contact the IRS. Please contact their state where they are licensed. I can tell you now, Governor Abbott is not going to be cool about this. That makes me sick. When I did the disaster work with United Cajun Navy, I got into it because I got hit by Hurricane Irma. I was in Tennessee and my place got hit. So after that, I started helping people. I help people whenever I can. I help the homeless because there's something in me that God tells me to help somebody. And I can't explain it. I don't know why certain people, yay or nay, but it is what it is. I don't go around bragging what I do. I don't have to be on YouTube and make up a story.
Right.
And the more shit you see, the more you see, if that makes sense.
Yeah, your eyes open. You can't unsee things, especially
No.
signs and symbols like Ernie and PHN have said multiple times.
Right. Yeah, 95% of these YouTubers, they've never seen anything. They've never done anything.
No.
They
I
just
can
have
tell.
feelings and opinions based on psychological manipulation. You
Yes.
know, somewhere vaguely between 5 to 10% are the ones doing the manipulation.
Mhm.
And they are the ones who are bankrolling off of manipulating people. And it's a psychological operation that's happening. And they don't want us
Yeah.
to tell you about it. They don't
No.
want you to respect what we have to say. They want you to think we're conspiracy theorists. We're so
Give
crazy.
me a
And
break.
we're really, really smart. And we're very educated. And we know what we're talking about. And we've seen things that only, few people ever see. And I would say there's also a percentage of those people that I'm referring to that are actually the human traffickers.
Mhm.
And part of this psychological operation is being displayed in the feet fables and the Perchoni thing. Who brought
Hmm.
that to the surface? Like, who found that really kind of thing and really pushed the narrative of that? And
And why would you
yes,
flash that?
yeah, and yes, there is definitely things about it. It's very disturbing.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Very.
you're also being shown, look over here, and only look at this when we have found a cesspool like within it,
Mhm.
and if you actually look into the things that's happening there, there is a psychological operation happening over an underbelly. And the whole concept behind the whole thing is that the traffickers are playing a game. It's a psychological game, you know,
Mhm.
and it's a manipulation game. And they're hiding in plain sight. And they're actually interacting with the community that is
Mhm.
actually searching and participating in this game. And
And
you're seeing that happen here.
and they're manipulative. They want to get close to the victim's family, or a famous one, because myself, I've had to keep my own daughter safe from this. A lot of times, registered sex offenders, they're squatters because they can't maybe get the right job or whatever the case may be. So when they squat, they tend to prey on their victims around, like, let's say a 1 mile radius. And then before you know it, you'll see another one and then another one. Then they start trying to break into your house at night. But see, in order to stop it, like Tina and Xander and Ernie do with the education, it is so, so important. There are signs around you. All you got to do is see them. The signs are there. God, I mean, we are given that, okay? A lot of kids that just get snatched out of nowhere, it's, we don't hear the real, full stories of it, if that makes any sense.
Hmm.
We don't know, like, hey, did someone flatten my tire 2 days before that? Or, did someone come up and ask me about my child? Things like when those kids are abducted like that, I truly believe that it's the game. They're seeking out their prey, they're watching them.
Yeah. It's very serial killer like. It's serial abduction killer. And you'd imagine that if you know what you doing? Okay. If if kids have been abducted, then they already don't have a moral like compass. I love you.
Aw.
Um, but they don't have a moral compass, and eventually they get, kind of bored, I think, over time, if they're part of like a trafficking cartel,
Yeah.
you know.
They got to get that excitement back up.
Yeah. And we're talking
Mhm.
about people who, kill people for kids
Mhm.
and who actually do very awful, awful things to lots of trafficked people. Cartels are very, very dark and serious, well organized group of criminals, and
Very
you
well
know,
organized sometimes.
hmm
In the last few hours, I got offered or asked from the NOMAC to share two boys missing today. I can't tell you. I mean, yesterday there was a couple that stole a baby here in Florida. You know, it's getting worse and worse, and you yourselves have to ask yourself why. Like, what are they getting? Because even trafficking, selling a child, okay, you figure, wouldn't somebody be running out of money? So what way to make money than make nasty films of what they do? They
Yep.
pay people money to go hunt these children down. Then they make a video game for your children to play after what they've done, right?
Yeah, there's a very serious connection with video games and gaming in general that we're finding now with the human trafficking. And I'm just learning about that aspect of it, though it's kind of going back to like the whole Hampstead thing. You know,
Mhm.
Activision is the gaming company that's right next to Christchurch School, you know, near the Tavistock Institute. But, the Strategic Defense Initiative that we have was actually a partnership with, the Department of Defense with Activision.
Mhm.
Why is the Department of Defense, making agreements and partnerships with something that's a video game, and you'll
Yep.
see a lot of these new video games are so realistic, that and then they're in the army training centers and things like that, and they have the Call of Duty,
Yeah,
um,
that one's so violent.
and it's just strange, the desensitization that's happening within the video games and the gaming industry is going, hand in hand through our research, always like resurfacing when
Yeah.
we're researching the larger rings, you
Mhm.
know.
And you're absolutely right. I mean, like for example, not only are they desensitizing, the worst thing anybody can ever agree with is to make prostitution legal. That is a major insult on these victims of trafficking. This
Yeah.
is their way of regulating pedophilia.
Yeah.
Makes me sick.
Tina, you're muted.
Speaking speaking to, to like law enforcement,
Yeah, put
the
some more on
the
here.
feet fables and the Tratroni need some very very deep heavy investigation, and not necessarily uh, what the narrative is, because it is going into gaming and it's going into the the whole trans kids world.
Yeah,
I
Um,
don't think a lot of people know also that all of you guys turn everything over that you find. Anything looked
you sure
into,
do.
anything investigated, it's all turned in.
Before
All of
you
it.
even announce it.
Yep.
and we make everything public anyways. So, like law enforcement can also be watching the right channels for the right reasons, you
Right.
know, um, and taking notes, and they have access to the information, We definitely, sent the important things like Don's interview on the phone. That went to the TBI. A lot of this psyop is going on though, and it's hard to tell what's really going on, but we are
That's their
uh,
goal.
Yeah,
we are
that's their
definitely
goal.
turning in the major suspects that we have, and we have quite a few suspects, and there's some suspects that none of you YouTubers are talking about. You're talking about, the size of each other's dicks, okay? I'm sorry, excuse my language,
Yeah.
but that's what's happening here. You're calling the cops on people, and you're having the cops interfere with people's lives. This
Mhm.
is a form of terrorism, and it is harassment, and it's stalking. You can't call the cops on people that aren't doing anything wrong,
Exactly.
just to put pressure on them, and you can't stage uh, your little cop visits. Like, there's so
Sorry.
much psyops, and I can't believe that people are actually following this stuff as if it's real life.
You know, it makes me wonder too how. anybody, yeah, I'm sure, has gone through this. Like you'll know something and you share it as a post, and
Yeah.
then you get fake checked and they say it's not real. Like, is this why people are believing stupid things and unrealistic things? Like, are they already desensitized from the media?
I think a lot of them are, and this is a joke and a game to them. They don't
Yeah,
understand the real life consequences that it's not only having on the target individual, but the lives of the people around them. You
yes.
know, and especially if you're a mom and dad doing the right thing, doing good things, and you're doing this to an entire family with small, medium, and big kids. You're affecting those children.
That's right.
You're abusing the entire household.
Yeah,
You know,
you're absolutely right, Tina. Now, it would take a narcissistic person to, a non narcissistic person to actually see that.
right?
People that don't see it and laugh and, you know, think this is their little game for tonight. Guess what? Why don't you go join Tree Tourney
Yep.
for real? Because that's what you're promoting.
And we need to
There's
put a link to that in the comments. Let's see. Let me find it.
there's gonna
It's
come
right
a
here.
time when law enforcement is going to throw that hammer down.
And I mean, law enforcement has everything already. Um, but I feel that if it continues to get worse, they're not going to be looking at it like, oh, it's people battling with YouTube. Give me a break.
Right.
This shit
It's
is
getting
real.
This is
real
far from
life.
a YouTube battle, and this is not a game.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we don't use our time here to make up fake stories and talk about people. And that's black magic. Like the
Mhm.
drama machine is a black magic spell, and
Mhm.
people get trapped into the like hypnotic state of the repeating words and thoughts over and over and over, and you'll see these people do that and they'll slip, and if you do watch them, they slip all the time when they're sitting there talking in circles, and then the
All the time.
stories change, and then they're caught slipping, and then they're automatically, defensive and start doing damage control and things like that. And those people, they need to be investigated.
Mhm.
Um,
And I thought it was weird because, like I said, I watch everybody because I do it so I can find out information, real information,
mhm.
for summer. I was watching the initials BK, and I heard him ask the other guy that they're all mad about and slandering. What's his name? Is it No
DH.
Thanks or whatever?
I'm no thanks.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I was watching that and it triggered me when I heard BK ask him about going fishing. So I'm going to say one word out here and I'm going to use your pretend name. But Ray Williams, if I find out that you are behind some of this, not only are you going to get a cease and desist letter, your ass is going to get locked up and put in jail. Bottom line, you were once my friend, and I realized that that wasn't true because of what you told Tammy Reef's relatives, saying that you were involved with having her child taken and you knew Brian Sullivan. So there you go, YouTubers. If you're really into real cases, we could use your help for Jonah Reef. There's two girls in Albany, Georgia, Jessica Van Zandt, blah, 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 Jessica Van Zandt Dietzel, and Sierra Odenthal. These girls have been missing right before COVID happened. I mean, please, please. I mean, it, okay, maybe people go there for the entertainment atmosphere, but it's almost like y'all are a bunch of clowns and doing what were those things when they used to do skits and show America's Dumbest Videos or yeah, that's what it reminds me of. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it does.
So
Yeah, funniest home videos. I mean, and it's improv skits. It's like Saturday Night Live, but from a like sadistic, fucked up, like
yes,
like
on an
emotionally
important
and
thing.
spiritually void bunch of people. You
Yeah,
know, it's like,
like no conscience.
you know,
That's why I'm wondering if there's a borderline personality disorder.
yeah, I've seen split personalities. I've seen these people be.
Dr.
Yeah, I ain't no
Jekyll.
psychologist, but you just like so far out there, it's obvious.
Yeah.
You know, like you textbook. Like you are a sociopath. You are split personality, schizo, paranoid, delusional. You know, it's just wild. Especially the stories these people have about us. None of these people know us. None of them. None of them.
They don't.
You know, but pretend to. So
Yeah, they act like this is like they're acting.
yeah, yeah, it's like Gigi. She came running in here just as sweet as she could be, you know, and and wanted a gummy. I tried to talk her into the CBD gummy. She wanted the Delta 8, and I gave it to her for free. I didn't even sell it to her. And then, you know, as soon as she got the gummy, she ran, you know, and she's like, and instantly goes on live, throws like a bite of a gummy, you know, of a gummy on the dashboard, throws it on there. I've been poisoned. I've been poisoned. It's like,
But
man,
she took it because it was
what a
free.
fake acted, you know, job you're doing, lady. Like this is wild. You're just
And
crazy or something.
these people could be helping
Yeah.
find kids and stuff. It really
Yep.
is nuts to me.
Yep. She did
There's
a.
more kids missing than helpers.
Yeah. I
That's
know.
true.
I know. It's so sad. You know, these people could definitely be useful
They
because
sure could.
you know, people act like we don't try to work with law enforcement. And the thing about it is they don't have time to deal
No.
with the shit that they're already dealing with. You know, and I don't know about the cops in your town, but you know, most of the cops that are around towns that I've seen aren't physically fit, and half are obese and things like that. You know, they aren't
Oh,
capable.
gotcha.
You know, they're not capable of doing, you know, like running after a fugitive or whatever. You know, so people can get away.
Well,
And
we're good down here. I'll tell you what, our
yeah,
cops
you guys
don't
got
play
some
around.
fine cops.
Yeah,
Like
we do.
seriously, I haven't been to the
And
fair.
firemen too.
I know I haven't been to the fair in forever, but when you know
Oh,
when we went
Strawberry
to
Festival.
Florida, uh, it was in Port St. Lucie, and it was like some fair that they have, and we went, and there were cops everywhere, but people were so behaved. It was so clean. I don't like fairs though. I
That
really.
reminds me of child trafficking.
It does me too. I looked at like creepy people, you know,
Yeah,
and
all those
I
fair workers
I mean, I can't go to places like that anymore without seeing
thinking.
them, you
You
know,
can't
and I don't
unsee.
enjoy myself. You can't. Like, I don't enjoy myself at Dollywood. Dollywood is so much fun, you know, but you'll see like people creeping on people out in the open, and it just blows the whole vibe, you know. You're just like, man, this is where they come to look for kids, you know.
And they
So,
don't even hide their like sexual
no,
nasty shit.
no, no, they don't. Weren't you telling about a kid that was kidnapped at like Disney, and they were in the bathroom shaving her hair and changing her in opposite sex
Making her
clothes?
look like a little boy.
Yep, yep. I mean,
And that was 1984.
oh wow.
But at the time, Disney locked her. It was cool what they did back then. They just shut it down like it was electronic doors. No one could get out. But people were showing their passes and, they were looking. Well, the mom and the dad saw their daughter out of the corner of their eyes. And if they would not have seen her, that crazy ass woman would have got their kid out of there and who knows where she would be.
Yep, yep, no doubt.
And then you
The
have
stuff
some. Go ahead,
Sorry.
Casey.
This stuff's been going on for a long time and it's starting to
Mhm.
ramp up even more.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And with this Summer Wells case, the fair is very significant there. There's a lot of pictures with them visiting the fair. Um,
Oh.
and, and see, those are the things that are, the Ferris wheel and things like that. Um, they took them to attractions a lot, and
I noticed that too.
these attractions aren't cheap at all.
Yeah, like how'd they get the money for that?
Yeah, you know.
Well, I wasn't going to say, but TBI already has it. Back in December or January, I saw disturbing photos of Josie and Wyatt on Facebook.
You can't
These
get it. No.
Facebooks were made in their name
Yeah.
7 years ago, and all their pictures on Facebook are them standing in different ways in their underwear.
Summer has
But
one too.
see, so there
It
was
did.
one family member that was on the boys, and I'm sure that has a lot of reason to why there's problems.
Right.
Um, but it's like with that, even there were pictures being sold to the children. I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards yeah, you know, selling porn. Maybe the kids were sleeping. Maybe the kids were under the influence of something, you know. But I don't think Candace knew or had anything to do with Candace Summer's disappearance for the simple fact she did pass the lie detector test, and those are hard. They really are. Um, she's different, like my impression was of her, and it's nothing personal, Candace, if you're watching, but I was wondering, if you had done really hard drugs in your life, because I've seen other ex addicts um, look that way. They have a different way of showing their emotion, their expressions. But that doesn't mean that they don't feel, because normally those are the people that are in the pain the most, and they take it out on themselves. And I
Right.
think she was abused.
I think the whole family is products of abuse, and the littles are the victims of abuse.
Yeah,
It's a generational cycle kind of thing.
yeah,
That's
Years and
my
years.
feeling on
yes.
that situation. But I definitely think there were some things that went down,
Mhm.
and that um, some of these players that have YouTubes and have deleted their YouTubes and things like that,
Oh
they
yeah.
have something to do with it. And
Especially hell, maybe they're related to law enforcement. Who knows?
mhm, you know,
But you're right about that, Tina. And the other thing is with all of this, um, you can't find a child when you have people making up such horrible things and lying and stopping the
True.
case. When I say that, law enforcement and TBI do not have enough manpower. They need organizations to come in and help. And guess what? They appreciate it.
they do.
And they're in charge of it, but they want that.
Right. I know. And, unless you live in an area that the whole entire government is corrupt,
Yeah,
in the whole system, and they don't want the Cajun Navy coming in with the finest cadaver dogs in the nation,
that's right.
and military grade equipment,
And
and
ex
a
military
team of
men.
physically fit people that know how to look for bodies, you know.
I could tell people so many awful stories about stuff they see, how the owner got into this. You know, the Cajun Navy started when Katrina happened and the government failed the people. FEMA waited too long to come in and help them. They weren't expecting the water to rise like it did.
Hmm.
And these men, there was about 6 or 7 of them, got together, grabbed their speedboats, and just went out and they kicked ass. They
Yeah.
saved so many people.
Hmm.
So, when a person does that and sees dead people or sees a dead child, you know, you go to sleep at night, you might have some nice dreams. But most of these people, they go to sleep with that last look.
Mm.
Yep.
My dad's a
So,
retired
And they've
police
grown a lot since
officer.
then. They have people over in the Ukraine. I saw.
Yeah.
Ukraine's very bad for trafficking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. The they've spread.
they've spread.
We were looking. We're pretty proud of the Cajun Navy.
Yeah, those guys are
You know,
awesome.
we
Oh,
need
yeah, they're
groups.
helping out there.
Yeah, I mean, we need groups to focus and get more together for things like this, and to end this trafficking. It's over. It's time to stop. I mean, it, the fabric of society is just so morally bankrupt because of the fruit of this tree of wickedness. It is a
Hmm.
tree with lots of branches everywhere, and it's got to stop.
And, I want to tell you something. I've only talked to Ernie a few times or whatever, but I have respect for Ernie. I saw his credentials, okay? I know people want to cancel him out because he was part of the last administration, but what you people don't understand is the last administration is the one that made moves and has helped our children. Um, by what you all have done to this man is not only awful and ugly, it is so deliberating as a human being, you know,
And highly illegal.
morals. Yeah, I mean, but I don't know who said it, but I heard someone say, "Oh, they want Ernie to kill himself." Really? You know
Yeah.
what?
Well, BK
Wish
was
that.
BK openly admitted to trying to get Ernie to kill himself, and there were several other people too.
Yeah.
But you know what, BK? We don't want you to kill yourself. You know
Huh?
why? I think I think you could do good. But the problem is you might be actually a suspect here too. So there you go.
Yeah.
And the
We're living a
attacks on
life
Tina
of
and Xander.
constant damage control and psyop.
Yep.
Oh, look over there, look over there, look over there. Oh, don't look here. Oh, but look here right now because I'm doing something y'all like. I mean, that
And these
it's
other ones are
entertainment.
related to him,
Yeah.
to the family.
Well, that's how they get away with it. Is entertainment. They claim that they're entertainment, and they claim that they're online personalities or TV personality or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Well, then
So
they need to see how Howard Stern got sued by trying to say that.
Oh,
right.
yes, he did.
Well, and it's very odd that Benny, his adopted dad, has family all over this area and Summers area of Tennessee. Kingsport, which was a doctor who is a sex offender, but apparently it's okay to be a sex offender and be a doctor in the state of Tennessee. Another guy over here in Cott County that has a food ministry,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he he works in the jail. He's a jailer for the litter crew. Like he runs the litter crew, I guess
Wow.
too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He's a trash king.
yeah.
There's
And
also a JD Lindsay that's a registered sex offender that's about an hour and 24 minutes north of Rogersville, closer to, I guess, Gatlinburg or something.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
north of Rogersville would be Kentucky.
north of Rogersville's
Oh,
Kentucky.
wait. West. No, east. East.
East. Yeah. We're like Cott County. It's about an hour and a half drive. Was it an hour and a half?
Yeah, just straight south, pretty much.
Yeah.
To
Of Rogersville.
Gatlinburg.
We're straight south. Yeah. And then,
Oh.
so it's about an hour and a half to Rogersville.
Oh.
And then for us, though, it's only like, I don't know, 30, depending on traffic, 30, 45 minutes to Gatlinburg, you
Yeah,
But
know.
that's
you
right there.
know, another thing, we've all actually been asked to help out on this investigation.
Yeah.
I was. I
Yeah.
know you all were.
Yeah, we didn't try
Hmm.
to get into it.
We did not.
No.
We didn't
No.
want to get into it at all. We,
No.
we actually tried to avoid
I
it.
I didn't really either because I just got done with the Brian Laundry stuff here. But when I have two moms that live down there and say, "Will you please help?" Yeah, I'm going to help.
Well, that's how we actually got to know you too, is because, I mean, we were also
Someone.
called into the Brian Laundry thing.
Yep.
And yes, it was by Dog the Bounty Hunter's daughter.
Oh,
That was like his assistant, because he was down there, and then there was reportings at the Appalachian Trail, and she was already talking to him on the phone because they were also, the FBI went to them to ask about that Chris Lewis guy that's in prison now for PVP loan fraud. And he's
wow.
also the one that tried to pay a hitman to come get us and Ernie, because he wanted Ernie to get him out of trouble because he owed Ernie a bunch of money for years of security that he did for different
Oh,
events and things like that.
yeah.
And Ernie thought he was his friend, and it was always like, "Yeah, I'll pay you later," kind of thing. So Ernie thought that that he had a friend, so it didn't really matter. So Chris asked Ernie to sign an affidavit thing that said that he reimbursed him for all the times he worked at these shows. And Ernie's like, "Well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get in trouble." He was like, "Am I going to have to pay taxes on that?" Like, no, this doesn't sound like it's in my best interest. Well, he didn't know that that was going to get a hit put out on him. And
Oh my God.
and a hit on us because they're like, well, he's over there. Like I can't just bust up in there without taking a ball, kind of
Uh,
thing. That's just not going to happen. So
There was also the fact that we were just starting to expose some of the Comic Con industry
yeah,
darkness, and I don't think they like that either about us.
yeah,
So it was
well,
probably a win-win in their mind, but it didn't work out.
our team with the Jonah Reef case knows all about this too.
yeah,
And they brought up Comic Con as well.
yep,
I bet.
yep, and
Isaac Cappy talked a lot about Comic Con too.
yep,
Wow.
A lot.
yeah, and I think when you go to work for places like that, you work
It's
on a certain
different.
level. It's just like the pyramid of the Masons. Because I worked in the music
Exactly.
industry, and the parts that I did, I mean, but I was in like family friendly. Like I did go to Sodom and Gomorrah once. It was Bonnaroo, but I had to leave. It was awful. It was Sodom and Gomorrah. It was one of the worst experiences of my life. People were like melting themselves in the dust in the sun. It was awful. So, but I did see a lot of the evil stuff that goes on in the music industry also at Bonnaroo. But I usually like work the small festivals, but in certain levels everything's beautiful, and then the higher you get in a lot of these different groups of weird people,
Mhm.
talented or amazing people, you never know what circles you're going to find yourself in. But at the top levels of TV and music, and apparently Comic Con, there's some things that you know they're doing that may not be really good.
No,
Especially
and
the horror people. They can't be that good people.
Well, some
you
of them
know,
are, but
and
Some
it's
of
not
them are,
even
but
horror people are weird ass people. I'll tell you that.
I always, like when you watch a movie or a song, you'll have your favorite people like, "Oh, I just like them." I mean, I've been lately thinking instead of Hollywood, it's Holly weird because
I used to call it Holly Whackers.
yeah,
Because they're whacked out.
But you know it's so funny, like when I was in the hair industry and everything, I had clients that were famous, and it's so funny. They're so different in person than they are like what you see,
Yeah,
and they're just people like us. And at the end of the
they are.
day,
I
why
know.
the hell worship anybody?
I know. Yeah, I lost, my rose-colored glasses for famous people a long time ago. They are just people. I mean, half my life I've been around famous
Ooh.
musicians. Not super famous. I've met a few super famous, mostly master musicians is what I kind of surrounded myself with, and not the pop or Billboard or, any of that stuff. Like just family oriented, around Appalachia area
Aw.
and places like that. There's some really great festivals that are on camps. Like there's a Flat Rock Music Festival, and it's so
Uh-huh.
family oriented, and that's like a good level of the music industry. You meet all kinds of beautiful, amazing people. They're all wanting to make the world a better place. Their music's a good vibe, it's medicine. They're intelligent people, and then you have like that Astrofest where you're killing people, with
Yeah.
the dangerous sound frequencies that you were using. And those frequencies were measured. And people need to wake up to the fact that frequencies are being used on the people, and they are very powerful. And it's on everyone, but some people are more effective for other reasons,
And
than
I
others.
don't think people realize that our body has that energy just as like electric, you know?
Yeah,
And that means that, we're more than what we think we are. Like our earth is important to us, the soil, everything, our mantle and the frequencies, most definitely. I mean, people have had seizures from having bad frequencies. So, you know?
It can affect everything within the
Mhm.
human body, everything.
yeah. Which brings up the subject of, some of our suspects are very, very aligned with secret government technologies. Not even a secret because you can just look them up and they're there.
Yeah,
I
everything's
mean,
patented now.
everything's patented. It's all public knowledge. Or are you a public that's smart enough to look anything up, or are you just going to be a sheep that, lets people just guide you and feed you full of just false narratives, and
You know, when I got sick with lupus in 2009, I did not know what I was going to do with myself. And this is honest God truth. I had children. I was busy. I traveled all the time. I had a great career. And I remember you go through this stage of denial and you get angry, you get sad, you cry and everything. And then all of a sudden, like I said, people that I don't know are reaching out to me about like really serious issues that nobody was talking about.
right.
And that's another reason that it's important to me because I found what my purpose is here. We all have a purpose. It's all in what we do with it. And that's for everybody. You know, the people that go on and think this is a game and a joke and what is this shit them putting Ernie's brother's trial all over YouTube?
Yeah,
What it's like a Johnny Depp thing. You're guilty until you're proven innocent. They made a decision on the case.
yeah.
Okay? His brother said he did it. They said he did it. Let the guy have some fucking
Yeah, it's
peace.
pretty cut and dry.
Well, people also don't think about the victim's family, you know,
Exactly.
and
I
they're
feel
just
bad for them.
smearing
I
them
really
all
do.
over the web, you know. So I don't know. These
Sorry,
people
guys.
don't think about the other lives that could be affected too. That's while they're just sitting here on a keyboard, their life isn't affected. You know,
Exactly.
they're doing it in their spare time, or They're wasting their life away just sitting here doing it for nothing, you know?
They're just because they have. See, if they concentrated and focused on why they're here for,
Mm.
and I'm not talking about like, working at a college or being a ex, ex CIA, FBI, whatever, NASA, I don't care, whatever you are.
Mm-hmm.
If people really focused on what is their talent, what can they do to make the world better? Because there's enough miserable people in this world. Why just bring on more misery and especially things that are true?
I know. I know.
There's some really good researchers out there. If they would just do it for good, it would be awesome and it would help.
Oh, and you ones that really care about missing kids down Texas and stuff. There's a little girl missing, and I'm sorry, I can't remember her name because I see missing kids every day. But she's 4 years old. BK, there's a 250,000 reward for that girl in San Antonio. Go get her back to her family.
Do good
For
with your
real.
platform.
Yeah.
Research.
You're
You're
right
right
there.
there. Yeah.
You're
You
like
are
two and a
right
half
there.
hours away, dude. I used to live in Valley Ranch.
Hey, what
I
about
know.
Doug? Doug has a posse in California.
Oh, I heard.
Yeah,
God.
y'all go get him.
That was a
That's
posse.
your. Yeah, I mean, he talks about he's got all these people all around. Cool, awesome. Put them to use.
Yeah.
Motivate them, get them moving, activate them. Let's go get this kid.
Yeah.
I mean, don't talk about it, be about it.
There's
Like,
enough talkers. We need doers in
yeah,
this world.
yep,
And
yep.
while you all are probably picking me up and down with a fine tooth comb, let me tell you something. Go
First,
fuck yourselves.
don't sleep on Debbie.
Oh
Mm-mm.
yeah, Debbie get you.
I love Debbie.
I love Debbie. She will
Boo,
get
boo,
you.
boo, boo, boo.
Me
No, I'm
too.
Yep.
kidding.
And she is a Captain Legal Eagle of Florida, for real. And
And yes, I do know the governor. And for anybody that believes fake news, our governor's wonderful. And if you guys look up something, I actually started the movement, and it was in 2019. I was telling you with the Disney thing.
mhm,
Um, I started getting really like suspicious of weird things because we live about 3 hours from Orlando, and I remember taking my kids into Disney. This would have been back in 2013, and there was like all these mirrors, okay? And my daughter wanted to go into the little Magic Kingdom thing, dress up and all that. I went off. I said, my kid's not getting. Oh no, you put it over their clothes. I said, no, I don't give a shit. My kid is not sitting at that vanity in that mirror. This is just creepy. So I put it out there to other parents, and then as soon as it started getting questioned, if you Google about Disney's mirrors, it'll tell you why does Disney not have mirrors in around, and that's why.
really, really,
Yeah, because they start to think about like how did people get all this child pornography?
right,
You know.
yeah,
And then you wonder about certain parents. Do they wait till their children are asleep, take nude pictures? Do they have cameras in the shower? People that are seriously and severely addicted to drugs are going to be the most desperate
yep,
to lower
exactly.
themselves to that.
Yeah, and I mean the statistics of the child abuse
Mhm.
during COVID lockdown
Oh,
was really, really staggering. And
Horrific.
people need to just talk about these things, and realize what's going on rather than create drama surrounding the people who are talking about it. It's just like bizarre.
and no, exactly. And nobody's wanting to accuse anybody of a crime they didn't do. But when you have nonprofits and you have other people donating their time and resources and everything to help finding somebody, but you want to go in and you want to cancel them out, that's a red flag right there.
I know.
It really is.
I know. I mean, why the hell was it not okay for the Cajun Navy to come in? Who cares who talked to somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody or whatever? That's none of your business. We're making it happen. We're doing the do. You know, presto manifesto. Come on, Cajun Navy. You know, but then you got people calling him all day. Oh, don't listen to those people. Have you seen Ernie Shell on the side of the road? You know, it's just
Well,
like,
there's there's one
what
thing
the
about
fuck?
it. Yep. I used to be the board's assistant, so they know me very well. And the problem
Can
is,
you hear? Mm.
they said that if they go in and with this problem going on, with the battle with the doxing and the YouTube, it's going to complicate their mission,
Exactly.
and they're recovering bodies every day in Baton Rouge right now.
Yeah.
Louisiana is another hot spot for trafficking ever since the hurricanes,
Hmm.
you know?
Well, since YouTubers have made this into a game, like they don't have any emotions or feelings regarding, any of these things that we're coming across. They're so desensitized and Summer Wells has the attention of people all the way over at the border over there in Texas and New Mexico and California. Um, why aren't they talking about this stuff over there? Most of these YouTubers are coming from those areas.
Mhm.
And I honestly
The high
want
trafficked
law
areas.
enforcement to look into them immediately. I mean,
Mhm.
we have filed papers, and we're filing lots more papers
Yep.
currently. And you see someone who's fully capable right here on the panel. You see two people on the panel. Y'all know we we're serious.
Mhm.
We ain't playing. These people know how to file things and get things done legally. But
And you
law enforcement needs to look into these YouTubers over there in New Mexico, in Texas, and in
Michigan's bad.
California. So,
And you're right about all that. But the bad part is, like, when we do missions, either child trafficking or disaster missions, you can't tell everything for the simple reason you need facts. You can't just go on, I think.
right,
Okay?
right,
There's usually something that will lead you to question something.
Hmm.
So, this search and rescue was actually set up because first I said cadaver dogs because I thought maybe she was dead right there because of what TBI had said, feeling that she's close to home. Then, if there was nothing found, even after 10 months, because like I said, they have the best dogs in the country, then that would have led to a lead for TBI that she wasn't there. You know,
right,
she's gone. Somebody took her off the property. But we're not ever going to know because instead, companies, and I say company, you're a company if you hire pedophiles to go search for a 5-year-old little girl.
yeah,
And let me tell you something, it's a little late to bring in horses because if for some reason if Summer's body was there, chances are you would be ruining the police scene.
right,
Hmm.
Which, hey, if you're a sex offender, are you involved? Like, do you want to mess up the crime scene? I've seen that plenty of times too.
yeah,
But Tina, people don't even know about the other guy. I guess we won't say his name right now. But there was a ex gang member and he was a registered sex trafficker. He got arrested 1 week after Summer was taken on Ben Hill Road. He nodded off with a needle in his arm and drove his car into a ditch.
Hmm.
Okay? So I'm like, maybe this guy took her, and it would make sense. He's right in that area. I go to try to find the guy. I call Hawkins County Jail, and the lady said, well, he's still in jail. I just don't know where he is. So I go on, I look through the Department of Corrections, I find his name, and it says Regional, which is out by Roanoke, Virginia. So I called up there, and the DOC tells me, well, this is really weird. We have no record at all of this man. I said, is that normal? She said, absolutely not. So
Huh.
where is this guy, too? I mean, they got to start seeing, like, there's so much more to all this.
Yeah.
Is this the guy that Don helped pull out of the ditch?
I don't know.
Can't confirm that.
Okay.
Really, I didn't hear about that.
Hmm.
Pretty sure Don said it in one of his interviews
Oh,
that there was somebody that ran into a ditch. The police came and
arrested him?
they asked if Don would help pull him out of the ditch. And he did.
You know
I don't
what?
know
I
where
will
police
find
went
the
after that.
date. I'll find the date of when this guy did that.
Yeah, Don talks about it somewhere.
But see, there you go. And then, you know, it's easy for people to sit back and criticize others, okay? But unless you're knee deep in this, you really don't give a rat's ass except getting views and making money.
Right.
Bottom line. But we're here for the good and we're not going away. So your fear, your intimidation, your threats, your psychoness, no, you're going to see. I mean, that's all I can say. I don't even need to say it anymore. What's in the dark comes out in the light always.
That was on the
Hey.
morning of the 15th.
Yeah, that's at the 15th. So let's look on June 15th for,
Oh, for the guy?
yeah.
Okay. Do you still have that? The,
I don't have it. I mean, we didn't even really study this case, honestly. We just kept getting drug into it. We
no.
were really, doing our thing and exposing all kinds of predators everywhere, and we weren't focusing on one child because there's hundreds of
Millions.
Summers all in the neighborhood pretty much, of Appalachia. Like, I'm not saying like my neighborhood, but I mean, there's
Close
something
enough.
going on in East Tennessee here. We're talking about several different counties. There's some very messed up things that's happening, and Summer is just, she's the red flag, you know. And anybody that came into this case with a lot of emotion and anger and vengeance, I think they need to be investigated. I'm being very serious. Law
Right, you gotta
enforcement,
ask
we have
why.
reasons to believe that people who came in here just for Summer, they all need to be investigated.
I also see some YouTubers didn't start their YouTube channel till summer.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so, I mean, if you hear about a missing girl, like you hear the Amber Alert or whatever, and you have an interest in helping, your approach isn't usually aggressive in any kind of way. Even if you think like the parents did it or something, you're not decided on that
Right.
because there's not enough yet. Like these people that came in with so much, I'd say passion, but that's not really the word for it. Just aggression, for the case and for other people in the case,
Right.
like researchers.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
why?
Yeah.
You know, why?
And I see this a lot, believe it or not, in the disaster community. Okay. We tend to use Zell radio because it's a good way to keep in touch because most of the time our teams are out there with no power. There's down tree lines, down electric wires, flooding, everything. So they're depending on us to help them. I mean, it's a brother thing. You're trying to save each other's lives.
Right.
So I see this, and then I realize really two of the people that I've seen do this in the last 4 years had a real mental illness. Okay. And then some of the other ones, I think it's because we have a lot of vets. I'm wondering sometime if it's a little PTSD, almost like, if a kid's scared of something real bad, and instead of them acting scared, they act the opposite.
Right.
I mean, I'm almost wondering if this is, I'm trying to do a little deflection here because,
I know, because you're a lot like Ernie and you look for the good in people. Some of these people
yeah,
are just pieces of shit, though. And it's a
yeah,
fucking sewer out there. And
yeah.
it's time to flush the turds.
Flush,
Yeah.
flush.
The
Ah!
tsunami force.
Oh my God, that's so funny. But really, you guys, if you think this is all a game, I suggest you get in your local community. You know, I personally, I go to people that are homeless that I see on the streets. I take them food. I talk to them. I let them cry. I give them warm blankets, things of that nature. Go out. If you really want to know what human suffering is, you go into places like that, and
Hmm.
I guarantee you it would make you think twice on how you treat people and how you think of others.
Yeah, I worked after Hurricane Andrew. And I also went for 3 days to a kitchen in
Soup
Hurricane
kitchen.
Katrina. Do you know the American Rapid Rainbow Response?
Mhm.
Yeah, the guy who started that was a good friend of mine for years. He ended up
Oh.
going to help people in Haiti
Oh.
and met the love of his life, and he now lives over in Haiti.
Oh
So
my
American
gosh.
Rapid Rainbow Response also now works in several different countries too, just like
That's
Todd.
wonderful.
So the United Cajun Navy and American uh, Rapid Rainbow Response, that's what it's called. You should look into that, and join some organizations like this because, kids get trafficked, and I mean, just people in general get trafficked after uh, a whole town's been annihilated,
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
and
Yeah, it
you
leaves
see
everything.
Because
some very sick things go on.
It leaves everything open, and there's no rules, and there's no law, and there's no enforcement of anything. So.
Yeah.
they look for suffering, for vulnerability. I
Yeah.
tell you, during Hurricane Michael, I've been up to Panama City 3 times. The rest of the time, I arranged like for donations from companies, and I would like coordinate, get some volunteers together. We would get guys to go up there with their own equipment and time, go and cut trees out of the way. People don't realize that during a disaster, the FEMA funds that come, they go to roads first, is to clear the trees off the roads.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Um, but you know, I took my daughter one time with me because she was being, entitled, whatever.
Right.
So I was like, this little girl has no idea just how lucky she's got it.
I
And
know.
I took her. This woman, the following day, cried in my daughter's face and asked her if she would hold her baby so she could go get clothes because they lost everything.
Oh.
My daughter's sitting there, and I'm not saying nothing on her way home. And she goes to me, you know what, Mom? I never realized how good I had it after till I met these people today.
Mm-hmm.
I said that could happen to anybody at any time.
Right. I
I mean,
know.
California has fires. We got disasters everywhere, and we have a human traffic disaster. It's an epidemic.
It is. It's an epidemic, and
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
Yeah, we all have
Mhm.
that.
And people need to face it that the good people that are out there, and I really do think there's more good people than bad people, or
Me
people willing
too.
to see common ground when it comes to saving people or kids or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's more people out there that can do good. They just need to see through the bullshit and just start doing good, and
Mhm.
see that the trafficking has infected every part of their life, and their kids aren't prepared to fight the battle. Because our kids' generation, I think, was the last semi-safer.
Yeah.
Like, it's just gotten that bad. There's prostitute teenagers out there that
Yep.
are trying to recruit your kids
Yes.
that have been groomed their whole life. And trust me, we know, because we had three that was in the same ring coming to try to get one of our children, to run away all the time and all that. And you got to watch who your kids are hanging out with, because the rings have infected the children, and they are becoming part of the ring and the major players too.
Teach your kids and check their electronics.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And another thing, I'm glad you brought that up because this is going to get a very good example of what's been going on. The attacks on you all. You just said it right there.
Yep.
What what these handlers try to do to children, they try to put a wedge in between their good, happy, stable relationship. Okay. They'll tell them things, they do whatever. They'll lure them with gifts. They'll tell them, "Oh, well your mom or dad is mean. My parents let me do that. That's
Yep,
just
that's
not
exactly
normal."
what they do. I
But
can't believe your mom treats you like that. Oh my
yeah.
God.
That,
And
you have a
it's just like,
bedtime.
you know,
Yeah.
oh, but my
Terrible.
mom pimps me out and beats me. You want to
Yeah.
run away with me because I hate my life?
Yeah, but she lets me do whatever I want, so it's cool.
But
Like, what?
your mom's
But
so bad.
Yeah.
this is the same kind of behavior that these people that are attacking you are doing.
Yeah, it is. It's the exact same. It's groomer behavior. They are grooming. You know, Groomers don't just like groom children, they groom adults too.
They
You know,
gain the
because
dog's
they're
trust.
abusive narcissists.
Yep.
Yes,
And you can see
like
it
in
in
the
everything
chat said
about them,
too.
Mhm.
The GPS things, the air tags now
Yeah.
found
Hmm.
all over kids
I've
and
heard
their
about those.
cars.
Yeah.
Sorry, they just said that in the chat.
Yeah. They did a big bust a couple months ago in Atlanta. These women had uh, Apple devices on their cars and they didn't know, and people were tracking them.
Mm. Yeah.
That's
Um,
freaking scary.
yeah, just tonight, Miriam came home from work, and there was like rubber bands on somebody's door handle. And I mean, Cracker
Two
Barrel
different
called,
cars.
yeah, two different cars, and they don't know
Wow.
what it meant, but they definitely called law enforcement.
Somebody put a band around my fence. Remember, I showed you all? And basically, what it means is they're going to rob you or they're going to traffic and try to take somebody.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mark the
So,
place.
yes, yes, that's their signature, so nobody else comes to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's dangerous out there.
How's Ernie doing?
He's taking some downtime. He's not doing good. YouTube sucks. Like, I can't believe these people, like
I know.
what they've done to somebody who doesn't deserve it for any reason.
I think it's very sad, childish,
I mean,
ridiculous.
you know, you don't have to like Ernie. You don't have to like his personality. You don't have to like his flirtatious behavior.
Right.
I
I
mean,
mean, that's
he's,
him.
I mean, it's him. It's like, like a southern boy. I mean, he is your stereotypical southern boy who grew up in poor ass cold country Appalachia that, didn't get accepted, in all the circles and grew up fighting his whole life. I mean, he's a country boy.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people find humor in that. I mean, it's like that Ryan Upchurch. He's got to know his way about him. And
I love his
people
music
just
though.
like find reasons to hate people that have charisma or
They do.
personality. Or
And that type of hate will eat away at you like a disease. You'll start to notice people's mental health starts to go down. They might need medication.
Health
Somebody might start to have physical elements like stomach issues, things of that. And that's what hate does.
yeah.
And if anyone says they're just doing this to be funny, there's no way.
No, and it's become very clear that there is a psychological operation,
Yeah.
and it's very strategic, and
Yeah,
people
who's
need to
paying
start
you?
being aware that these are strategic psychological operations.
Yep.
And in these circles of popular YouTubers with a channel or whatever, you actually had someone that was straight out of New Mexico, uh, and is pretty shady. I mean, and she talks about all kinds of patents, um, right off the top of her head too, because she wrote a dang book about it allegedly.
creepy.
You know,
Creepy.
I don't think she wrote that book though. I think a group of people wrote that book, in my opinion.
It's Abe Books is
Ghostwriters.
the
But
publisher.
I mean, she's
Abe
talking about the
Shoe.
patents for voice to skull technology, and their applications, how they're used, how they work, and she talks about, EMF, high frequency attacks on the body and the mind,
Wow.
mind control, experimentation and projects and things like that. And hell, she's the one who, brought forth the Tritoni stuff to the table, you know, and I think she needs to be investigated.
Oh, I
She,
do too.
we made a
Mm-hmm.
post about her on Predator Hunter Nation, and you guys can go look for that post, and the evidence is there. This woman, I mean, normal people, or just normal people don't act like that at all. There is some sort
The
of
hate.
vendetta and anger. I mean, she bought a ministry for us for $39.99, the Universal Church of Light, with the name Summer Wells on it. You
That's
know,
sick. That's sick.
it's like
We're talking about a missing girl here.
I
What
know,
the hell?
I know. And then the next day, okay, she had posted about it and bragged about it,
Oh,
but
Threatening
she
great.
didn't
videos.
know that we'd catch it really quick, and we did, and we screenshot it, and she erased it, and the next day she was telling people to look up the Church of Summer Wells and look who owns it, and it's Predator Hunter
That's
Nation.
fraud and embezzlement. And that's
Yeah.
that's another thing. I hear these people that think they're invincible. Guess what? You may know this person, you may know this politician, this congressman, but guess what? There's going to be one that's not going to go along with your little thing you're doing.
Oh, I know. I know. I mean, you have a personal vendetta here. And
Yeah.
I've not done anything to anyone. Ernie hasn't done anything to anyone. But
And I just wonder, do you think it's at first I thought it was like for attention and maybe to get ratings, okay? But then when I personally seen it too, because as a team, we all work together. So maybe Casey will be searching this, maybe I will be, maybe Tina Zander, whatever. And but we all share, and we don't just share with us; we share with the right agencies.
yeah,
Wh-
Exactly.
yeah,
When you see a person make these videos and they have a cold, blank stare,
Hmm.
I'm sorry, but that right there is enough proof
Yeah.
that you're dangerous.
And
Yep.
the threatening videos after
Yeah.
they do or say something.
Yeah.
No, there's some very strange, threatening videos, and I definitely screen recorded and I screen recorded all the comments
Good.
to go on a flash drive, and it's getting
I'm
sent off
glad you
right away
did.
to law enforcement. There's some very disturbing things that I discovered in the first videos that I think
Oh,
that the TBI need to see. And so,
yeah. And Homeland Security.
yep,
And they can laugh at what their title was, but I said was.
yeah,
How many vets, unfortunately, with PTSD go to jail because they commit some kind of heinous act of crime?
right,
Okay, so this makes this woman no different. You're
right.
not invincible.
No, you're not.
And if anything, I wanted to contact you myself and ask you if you knew anything about Jonah Reef, but after seeing these disturbing things, I don't think or feel that you're on the right side.
Yep. And she talked about her movies that she was in. You know,
Oh, was she in
allegedly she
those?
was in several different movies, just an extra.
Really?
And one, she
Oh,
was a Indian that died off. She does have a IMDb as well. We found that too. So you've got actors all in this YouTube stuff.
that's right.
This is a psychological operation, and it is full of traffickers,
Mhm.
and people need to realize that they are being persuaded by people who either like knowingly do what they do, or they have circles that are doing that, and maybe they don't necessarily know the level that it's at, and they don't know how much damage they're doing, and that they're on the wrong side, of the rumor mill,
Yeah,
and fact versus fiction.
you're right.
We're
Oh,
doing the
Jade
things.
messaged me.
I
She told
go.
me to
Let's
tell you
go.
guys hi.
Hi.
Casey,
They said
you
Yeah.
hi.
mute out. We're gonna take a little break. I want
Okay.
you to tell people some of the things that law enforcement um, should know about that are illegal that's happening right now.
Gosh, what things?
Well, like
Take
talk
your
more
pick.
about the hacking, like because we do have some law enforcement watching and
Okay.
taking notes, and that's kind of what this whole thing is about. Is Houston, we have a problem,
Uh, yeah,
Big
YouTube
problem.
big problem.
subs need to know
Let's
about
tell
this too and need
everybody
to know what to
more
look at.
problems in Houston. But we'll be right
Mhm.
back.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on.
So, all of this hacking stuff going on, there are links and stuff you can put out there, the hackers can put out there that they make themselves say YouTube videos or links in their chat, anything like that. And when anyone clicks on it, they can get someone's IP address. Someone's IP address is not always pinpointed right to the location, but it's in a roundabout area, um, unless you have a VPN and you can change it. But now they're getting around VPNs with the links that you press. Anytime you press or click on those links, and it's happening. There are a bunch of different signs you can look at on your devices. If you're on a phone, if you see your phone say no signal and you have full bars, full service, there's also your phone or device getting really hot really quick.
Yep.
There's also battery draining happening really fast. And you can also see mirroring by when they take a screenshot of what they want to save or pass along.
Yes.
So if you're looking at your phone on something, anything, and they're like, oh, I want that information, they screenshot, you see the flash. but you don't see the picture go down in the corner like you did the screenshot. The screenshot goes right to them.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. And then they just do this because, well, they get away with it as long as they can, uh,
Yeah.
do whatever they can. And, you know, has anybody thought about this? Well, I know these hackers don't care, but has anybody ever thought about what it makes children feel like? And I'm talking about everybody working on this case, our team, our parents. Okay. So when your mom or your dad has an issue and someone takes down your phone, or they do this or they do that, not only are they hacking you, they're leaving your entire network open for a bunch of other weirdos to come in.
Right.
And what are they going to do? Come and traffic your child?
Right. It's already scary enough out there. It
Yes.
really is. And if you go to Google and you type in Internet Crimes Unit,
Mhm.
it will come up and you can do a report online if something like that happens to you. Anything online, even somebody harassing you. But the stalking or I'm sorry, the hacking also, even
Mhm.
the stalking too. You go and fill out a report over there. They will contact you back if they feel they need to. They will go forward with what they need to do also.
Mhm.
Everyone needs to be reporting it.
Exactly. And the thing is, we've all had to make reports. You know, I remember that bad hack I got.
Yep.
I mean, T-Mobile and Apple could not tell me what kind of hack it was, and they told me they've never seen something like that. And then, like, a few weeks after that, our entire city got hacked, like through our
Wow.
city. The city itself got hacked.
That's crazy.
So, you know, some people may play around and say, "Oh, watch this. We're going to go do this." Okay. By you doing that is you're causing you're committing a crime.
Right.
And
They
then
also are jamming up people's connections and Wi-Fi and all that stuff. I mean, they've come out and said all of this stuff, either personally with them on panel or in their chats or their subs doing it. There's a whole list of people that Internet Crimes Unit is looking at because of those comments.
that's right. And nobody can say they're just kidding cuz let me tell you what happens. And and these other people should know this already. You think, okay, well, nothing happened to me. Yeah, they came and talked to me. Guess what? Your name is now on a watch list in the database. And that is true.
You cannot get rid of a digital footprint.
Nope. And you're automatically made one.
Exactly.
And then if something like this happens again and that person happens to be in there in that little circle or lives by the person that, is a victim, guess who they're going to come and look at and question you, and actually they're probably going to treat you guys a little bit the way that Xander and Tina and Ernie's been treated, as well as Casey. you know
Right.
um yeah, I mean, I could see that happen. I know how they question.
Right. And hacking is breaking the law. It's illegal.
Sure is. It sure is, and you're not getting anywhere. And You know, um, you might have your 5 minutes of fame, but that's probably all it's going to be because, I mean, you're literally making money off of a missing girl that I've been thinking is dead just
Um,
to get views and make fun of the people that are actually out there doing something to find her.
digital missionist is always in chats telling everybody. I mean, everything around the internet stuff, the hacking,
Hmm.
and federal crimes. It's a federal
Exactly.
crime.
Exactly. I mean, the FCC is cracking down on that stuff, you know? Hey, I'll be right back, okay?
All right.
All right, we're
Sorry, y'all.
back.
I'm going to go use the restroom real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Are you guys back?
Yeah, we're back now.
Okay.
We're having audio difficulties, though. We got to get two pair of headphones or something so that we can make this work without an echo because it's a really fancy camera. This is the camera we got to uh, film, our training
Oh,
and
cool.
busts and stuff like that. It's the camera that Dalton literally tried to hijack from us, and Dalton's butt hurt because uh, we found out that he also had some really fucked up shit that would probably come back to haunt Predator Hunter Nation, and he wasn't the stand-up guy that he had pretended to be.
And
So
someone else talked
yeah,
about it.
well, and it was Dalton's mother who actually contacted Ernie and said that she knew Don Wells and he wanted to be interviewed by us with the nice camera and in the same way that we had done the interview with Liz. He thought it looked really professional and he wanted to be on camera. That's what we were being told. And so we literally had to crash course 3 solid days just to be able to even interview this guy. That's how much we weren't following the Summer Wells case at all. We were doing our own thing and trying to make our own community better and safer and trying to wake the community up to some, very awful things that we were finding, and as time has gone by, these things have come to light that we had said was going on, such as there was a football coach down here, and he was also the health and wellness teacher for high school boys and girls, and he got busted by federal marshals distributing child porn. It was never, specified if it was any of the school students, but we have had mothers reach out to us to talk to us, the signs, and and tell us that they have some very serious concerns for some of their students.
That
Our,
actually happened with my health teacher as well
mhm. Yeah, I mean,
when I was in school.
uh, a lot of the people that are locals that you see here trolling, um, they they are either very, very misguided or, they're complacent to these people or, there's a lot more pedo defenders out there, especially when it's a family member or
Yeah.
something, than you can imagine. And they get all defensive for them, but it's not our fault that we expose them. The
No.
community needs to know when, there's a predator in the park.
And I'm tired of hearing people say, "Oh no way, they're so nice. They do this, they do that."
Hmm.
Those are the ones that you have to watch out for.
Yep,
You got to take people at face value. Not everybody's who they say they are.
yep,
But
Like
you
I've
know,
always said, do your research. Everyone
exactly.
should.
But that actually happened to my daughter too about 4 years ago at her school.
yeah.
That something rubbed
Parents
me the wrong way with that guy.
see the ring does not want us to teach parents because most parents,
Ugh.
yeah, I know, man.
Well, you know what? You guys did a big mistake because I'm in Florida. Do we have or mods? Can you guys take screenshots, please?
Yeah,
Thank you.
and if you guys see them talking about the Cajun Navy in any way,
Please.
could you please send us screenshots? We will legally address the matter. And anybody who actually did message the Cajun Navy, we are going after you for hindering an investigation.
And
Exactly.
not only us, there's a lot of people that are pissed about that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Mhm.
people pissed about
People
that.
way more important than we are.
Yeah.
Listen, if Dolly's raising money, then he knows this is messed up too. So I see other YouTubers also questioning like just how mean and nasty and ghetto people are getting, you know? And I think it comes with a little bit of level of maturity. And obviously, these people aren't past high school level in their mind.
Right.
Like, if you're at a job, you mean your job pays you to go online and trash other people? And then you tell everybody you're pretty much invincible, nothing's going to happen to you? But just like, for example, a college, Department of Education oversees colleges' financial aids, and the main office is in Washington, D.C. So that's not your local office. So everybody has a boss.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, I just don't see how these people live with themselves. I mean, I really feel like um, they're soulless or
Mhm.
just, there's something wrong with them.
Well, that's another reason I feel that they're airing Ernie's brother's trial because they want to feel some reason of entitlement for them to go after him.
Well, it's not only that, it's triggering for him. It was a
Yeah.
very monumental time in his life. You know, as soon as the Comic Con industry saw that he was willing to throw his brother under the bus, that's when he was shamed out of there. He messed up on a couple masks or something. But, people aren't seeing the big picture that he put out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of masks, because it was a
Mhm.
game thing. And he thought that, he was just making little collector, items for like gamers.
Right.
But, who knows what those people were really into? And who knows why they were really buying those masks? And, you know, I was like, did you ever question if they were buying those for human hunting parties? And I mean,
Mhm.
he looked at me with an honest face and was like, no, I never really thought that,
Who would?
the world was this fucked up. He was like, yeah, my family has, rowdy bad boy, country hillbilly past. I mean, most people in Appalachia, they have all their rowdy relatives, They don't,
But that's why it's called the past. It's
I
meant to
know.
be there.
Yeah, exactly.
And just to go this far way out, I mean, I'm beginning to wonder if maybe they have a crush and they're just not saying nothing.
Well, I mean, if you really look at them, they're all Comic Con people,
Mm,
and then you got some medical people,
mm.
you know.
And
So,
trashing the justice system, but saying they're searching for kids.
right,
Hmm.
yeah,
Well, and Comic Con went down with the trafficking too. The
yep,
one founder. So, again, this is like the fake news. They have a word for the fake news where they gotta not scrub it, but make it okay. There's a word they use, and that's exactly what's happening here.
right, yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Texas Chaos, the Cajun Navy is a group that was formed after Hurricane Katrina, and they go in and they rescue people and they search for bodies in disaster zones, and they help out with disaster relief and stuff, and they're all badass.
yeah. They have military drones that, they can fly supplies into people and things like that. I mean,
Planes,
They have search dogs, they have everything.
yeah, they have
yeah,
radar
choppers,
technology. I mean, we're talking about former Navy SEALs,
yes,
physically fit people who can get up in somewhere and get the job done,
Hmm.
you know,
that's right.
and they move very quickly.
Really, the ideal group to do a search party for something like the Silver
Yeah,
Wells case.
it's like in and out,
Yeah.
What are they
Yeah,
afraid of, that's going to be found, that they're going to go through this kind of effort. And as soon as, we brought up the fact that we were, going to try to get
Mhm.
Candace to let us search, I mean, if she really believes that there's nothing out there to find, then there should
Then
be
she
no
doesn't
reason
care.
why, we shouldn't be able to run around on her property with a team of badasses.
Hell, they'd probably
You know,
help her clean up her property a little bit.
I know, maybe take some trash bags with us on the way. And,
The beach like, geez. No, I'm
yeah,
kidding. But you know
but
what?
no,
And they were going to go in. I mean, when United Caging Navy goes somewhere, okay, they act first, they think later. They don't go and say, okay, well, I need gas. I understand your family's stuck down there, but could you give me some money? It's nothing like that. We do ask for donations, but it goes to relief. Food, clothing, your needs, shelter. A lot of times they arrange with the local fire departments. Uh, they get with the mayors and they find buildings where we can have people go into them until it's safe to go back to their homes.
hmm
They got more pull than the president, and I don't mean that in an arrogant way. I mean they get it done.
yeah, yeah, and we were not bullshitting that we had friends that were helping to
Yep.
make this happen and arrange it.
Yep.
So, and then Ernie got destroyed for it. Like, I mean, it's just like, and Ernie wasn't even, part of the conversations of what our
Ernie
needs
didn't
and what the reality of the situation is.
And Ernie didn't share that information to be malice or anything else. He was doing that for the people that truly cared to know that, hey, something big is getting ready to happen.
Yeah.
And instead, whoever you are, and you know who you are, calling like that was awful. And you have to live with this new truthful information.
All right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the people that watch them, now you have to look at them knowing that maybe you don't really care if we get to the bottom of this mess in East Tennessee, which is way bigger than Summer Wells. I'll just
Right.
tell you that right now. So you
That's
are actually
exactly what it comes
preventing
off to be.
a
Yeah.
massive, monumental thing that's going on here.
Yeah. I mean, summer's just a little tip at the bottom.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people involved. And, you know, my concern is about you all because I know what's going on too. Um, so, what I tell our team, document everything, picture everything, record everything.
Our team
Oh
does.
my God, that's become our life. Like,
Yeah.
and this is what we're having to do is turn you motherfuckers in. Like,
Mhm.
for real, we are documenting everything.
Mhm.
Because there's something wrong with y'all. You're
Mhm.
suspicious. Y'all looking suspicious
Tampering
every
with an
day.
investigation.
Yeah.
I want to ask these. I wish one of them would come up here. I'm surprised they're not. Wait, wait. So there,
So thar. So thar.
So there.
maybe. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Um, but the thing is, with this investigation, by doing all this, why have you guys ever seen like a cop or an agency actually go to my friends PHN and ask them not to be involved with this case? I guarantee you can't say yeah. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
Not one.
It's just the
And
trolls.
yeah, and why is that? Because TVI and LE appreciate people that are grassroots like that and they want to help.
Yeah. I know it's all an illusion. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, oh, the FBI's investigating him. That's because 24 of you motherfuckers called and said a bunch of fake shit, and they called and they interviewed, and they're like, sorry to bother you. I mean, you know, that's how it is. You
It's
know,
very immature.
it is. I mean, they got 34 reports to the Homeland Security.
Yeah, no matter
About
what
you
agency
guys?
it
That
is, if they ever contact us, it's usually in a phone call, and they don't do that if they think you did anything. First
yeah,
off, but then
But
it's always friendly, and they're always apologizing to us for bothering us,
I
and then
know.
we usually become friends with them after that.
I
So
know.
it really
but
The ones
fucks
that
the
came
trolls
from New
after.
Orleans were super cool. We actually liked them.
I like those guys.
I know. He got Sav and stuff.
oh,
So
I need to make a text real quick
Okay.
and just ask somebody if they're being contacted to save the information.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
And it's the Cajun Navy because they've known about this for 3 weeks.
Yep. Yeah, and
You want
it wasn't a good
Sorry.
look for you trolls that called him. Three different people called him in one day. That wasn't a good look for you, especially when he just won an epic, monumental, historic uh, lawsuit against trolls, just like y'all online.
Oh, yeah.
Wrong
He
ones,
sure
guys.
did.
Wrong ones.
Um,
little Irish girl? Yeah, we definitely had a
You little
screenshot
Irish
happen
girl.
the other day.
This is a troll-free zone. We don't let people just jump on our panels to scream at us. So, oh,
And
that
not
is
only
okay.
that,
I thought so.
I'm just going to flat out say it. Who the fuck are you to do what you're doing? I mean, bottom line, I don't know how else to get it through. Like,
Got it.
I,
It's right
it's
there.
it reminds me of that um, fake media disease going around.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say more fake things, and here we got some fans or people believe me. Why don't you take that smart ass brain and mouth of yours and do good with it?
Right.
Yeah.
There's
And I
no
mean,
competition.
but it's all crisis actors, and
I
they
think they're
all
paid
are
by
treating it like it's a
somebody.
game. You
I
know,
want to know who they're working for,
I do
truthfully.
too. They don't really answer that. Well, Nicolina did say an alphabet company.
She is.
That's what she said.
Well, let me
Really?
ask you.
Yeah. Did you not hear on the live yesterday?
No. No.
She said she's working for them.
Mm-hmm.
Why would she just say that? Because
Because I
most
asked her. I said, "Who are you working for? Who
would
are
she
you working
say?
for?" And that's what she said.
CIA?
And she didn't specify.
Okay.
I'd imagine it's the CIA though, because working in pediatric medical computer
Well,
database
I don't think the
areas and
CIA
stuff.
would ever hire that bitch. Personally,
I mean, or she's lying.
yeah, that's more likely. There.
and that's the thing. In order to go into somebody's personal medical files and records and over state lines, are you freaking serious?
Hmm.
You
Exactly.
have violated so many laws.
I know.
And I mean, I could just hear, talking to Mr. G or the husband from work, whatever they say, um, all about this sneering, laughing at us, going, oh,
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
CIA does do that
no,
kind of
that's
stuff to
her.
people.
No, they
No.
don't.
No.
Right.
And did she tell you she works for the government like this on a live?
She's said through a lot of lives, but this was yesterday's live when she was like working super hard to trigger Ernie, and it was working, and you could see that Ernie was getting nauseous and the things that happened to Ernie when they trigger the shit out of him like that, because a physical thing does happen to him when they do that, and they know that. and they're very trained on how to make that happen to him. So I
Yes.
busted up in there to break up the conversation because he needed to get out of the
Zone he
zone
was
that he
in.
goes in, and you can see it happening to him. It's pretty painful to watch, and for her to be a medical professional inside a university, a major university's pediatrics medical department. Houston,
Are
we got
you
a
guys
problem.
sure
We
that
got a
she even
serious
works
problem.
there? Because she's on YouTube a lot. Like, when does she work at the college? Or
Yeah,
do
it's
you
the
think she
University of
does
Michigan.
sessions out of her home?
Yeah,
Uh,
Well, that's scary.
yeah,
That just shows, I'm sorry, you can say whatever you want about me, but it just shows how mentally unstable you are.
yeah,
Oh no, there's tons of her videos where she's at work in the
Really?
building.
yeah.
Yes, in
Oh.
her
Oh, and
office.
she admitted to being at work, and Ernie
Her
called the
boss
number.
doesn't
I don't
care.
know why he called that number. I
Probably
don't even
because
know who
another
gave him that
college
number.
got
That's not the
sued
number
because of her.
uh, that he was supposed to have as her boss's number, and I
Probably
don't know. He
wasn't.
called another building, but it was like wasn't it the civil rights building?
I don't remember. There's been so
It
many
was the
different
civil
departments.
rights building that he called, which is kind of ironic.
But what a
Oh,
great
it is. It's civil
idea.
rights.
Because all your civil rights have been violated
Yeah,
as a
Everyone.
person.
yeah, exactly. That's why. Oh, the irony.
Thanks.
You know, it's ridiculous. And they're like, she's like, Ernie, Tina doesn't
Oh,
care about you.
You know
yep.
what? Please let me know if people start dogging the Cajun Navy because I got friends all over the world that support them and they will take their shit down.
Yeah,
They will make sure it's down.
yeah,
And I don't know if they get it by making fake news. I found out when you really make money on YouTube, you have to have like 3 million followers. Like, how
yeah.
many people want fake news in their world? What, 8,000? Okay. Out of what? 55 million?
Right. Yeah,
You know,
I think they make more vibrationally and energetically than,
oh,
but some of these bigger ones that are using YouTube to launder money for
mhm.
multiple levels of trafficking, for drug trafficking, for people
Yep.
trafficking. Um, and YouTube is allowing that to happen.
Mhm.
And so,
And that's actually against the law right now.
yep, yep. And they're using these like cash apps and things like that to actually do illegal things, you know. And it's sad, and it's all in a drama like rooted thing
You
of
know,
deception. It's all deception. I mean, they
It
give you a
is.
bit of truth, but then they try to lead a narrative, and then they deceive, and then they'll just
right.
make shit up,
Yeah.
And it's just like, what's
And
wrong
they're
with
And
you
making
people?
shit up about you guys now.
Yeah,
It's
always.
ridiculous.
But how do you go to sleep? Like, okay, like let's say, oh, cool, I've made $300 today. People cash app me that. How do you lay at night? Do you like say thank you, Summer? I mean, I'm just curious. Like myself, my conscience, I would feel really bad.
right.
I would
So do
too.
you lay there? Do you thank the missing girl for being missing and who she is? That you feel blessed to have this money? Or do you sit there and tell yourself, oh no, this is just part of my act,
Well,
which are both sick,
how did somebody act when Orrin and Orson West's parents were arrested?
right?
Didn't hear much about that.
Nope.
Nope. Nope. And I believe it's because whatever happened to Summer, the ones responsible are also responsible for a lot of the MK Ultra stuff,
Mhm.
you know, and uh, and the theater, the
Yes.
grooming through the game,
Mhm.
and the theater, and the church, and stuff like that, you know, and that all leads back to Tavistock, really, the root of it all, and their organizations that are branched out and throughout the United States, but a lot are out west,
And
closer to Hollywood.
yeah, that's the worst part. And then people wonder why, all these kids are going. I mean, it's close to the border. It's easy to get people in and out. You know, they have human eating restaurants, which they
Ugh.
say online are a joke.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a joke. If I still worked for Network Solutions, they would have been shut down and fined. But I don't work there anymore, so I can't do much. But you have that. Then you have the ones that bug and beg people to put their babies and stuff in movies, and then you have the parents that don't want to, and their children go missing. Or it's that time of the month for some type of satanic sacrifice,
Right.
or someone needs an organ, or we're going to make money off of sexually abusing them and get my rocks off. What the hell?
Right. I
You
know.
know?
And it's not like put out like to the mass media when parents are busted for sexually abusing their kids or uncles. You just don't hear about the ones that do get caught because the kids end up, finding the right guidance counselor,
Or especially
or
selling their kids. You don't really hear about that, but that happens more than
yeah,
a lot of things do.
yeah,
Parents selling their kids and pimping them out.
yeah.
And it's so common. Like
Let's
people
put her up.
people have been trafficking people since the slave days. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
slavery is.
All right, it is. I mean, you know, people are slaves still. They just think it's like minimum wage employment.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. Right, that's
minimum wage
slavery.
employment is basically you barely get your needs supplied for.
There
Hey,
you are.
Colleen.
What's up?
Hi.
Hey, she's muted.
Hi.
No, she's not me.
Yeah. Wait, you're muted.
Take me
Unmute
off camera.
yourself. There you go.
There.
Hey, everybody. This is Colleen.
Hi.
Why is the camera?
What?
You're,
Here we go. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Hold on. So something. Okay. Hi. Oh. So something.
Is she
All right.
echoing?
Oh.
Here, let me.
So something. All right. Oh.
you got one YouTube open somewhere.
It keeps replaying.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I figured out what I was doing wrong. I mean, it's really hard it's scary to speak up, and I think I feel more comfortable with Debbie up there right now too. So something,
Sweetie.
I really want to say on behalf of us mods, okay? Us mods are mods for a reason. I mean, I first saw Ernie before I became a mod, and when he made his channel, I've been there all along. And there's a personal reason behind that for myself. And that's why it's so important to me. That's why I want a mod for Ernie. Is it fair that us mods are being attacked, hacked, scared? They're getting into our personal life just because we want to support something and we want to be a mod. Is that fair?
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Hold on, I'm actually in the shed. Maybe I need to say or not. My earphone. Okay. Let me see. Hold on, I'm actually. Yeah.
Not
See,
fair
and
at
that
all.
goes back to, saying that these people don't know how many lives that they affect and the lives surrounding those lives on just
Yeah,
this
yeah, and
malicious evil.
it's to the point where do I do I say, okay, take my ranch, I don't want to be a mod because of it, because I'm scared. Like, this is my life. And I mean, I live a very quiet, innocent life. And I don't want, you know, even my job to be people messing around. It's scary stuff. All because I support something. I support Ernie and Tina and Xander for something I personally, you know, have come to them for my own personal reasons.
Right.
And I enjoy being a mod for them, without all the stuff that's been going on. We just want to be mods. We want to support the reason we didn't get into it for all this, but we're there because if we don't stay with Ernie and Tina and Xander, who else is going to be there to stand up for them?
Right.
We're a team and we made a commitment, and that's what it's going to be. We're not turning our back on these guys. So y'all
Absolutely.
need to stop your shit, or do you, I mean, I hate to say it, karma's going to kick you in the ass.
I know, and the team is just growing like all the time, and that's what they don't
Farming law
understand either.
enforcement.
But of course,
See?
the good people don't see that because the people that are joining the team are like, well, I'm not saying shit. We're just taking care of business, because they're going to attack us, because they attack everybody.
Mhm.
I mean, pe- people show support for us, and there's certain YouTubers that have their little minions just write them and be like, "Oh, did you hear about this and this?" And they just make shit up. They
Hmm.
make
You're
shit up.
such followers.
I mean, who does that?
Exactly. Who does that?
I know. I mean,
Seriously.
Me and Cassie, Casey, sorry, Casey. We're having a video chat the other day, and all we were talking. I don't know why I'm not echoing.
We all
no,
are a little bit.
we
Oh, okay.
are all a
Yeah.
little bit.
You sound alright
All
on our end.
me, Casey, we're just talking about our family, our children. That's it. And there was someone took a screenshot of me and her. Like,
Just
I know.
There's
And
chats out there too.
I also want people to know from a mod, this is happening. They are in my, even with a VPN, they're in my phone, they're in my tablet. They take screenshots, they play with my volume, like a game, play up and down with my volume. Yes, yes, Abby.
Yeah.
And this is another thing because personally, with the stuff that I did with work, I've had to talk to the Secret Service and FBI in the past. And truthfully, and this is really the way it is in Washington, if you're doing something wrong or whatever, like for example, this stuff and it's affecting a case, what they do is they come to your house. They talk to you in a calm, rational, common sense conversation. And they basically tell you that you cannot do what you're doing, like you need to stay off of the case. So I know for a fact that TBI would not be on here trolling us. Okay,
Or
because
messing with volume.
correct. But it does lead me to believe what bad people are.
Yep.
And whoever they are have the sophistication, just like government does. So
Yep.
you either hacked into this shit or you probably bought your shit illegally or something. And
Yeah.
because TBI is not going to take the chance of having Colorado investigate them.
Right.
You know?
Hmm.
Yep. And today alone, I think three of us, well, not me and myself, but three other mods were taking screenshots on their phone devices. And they were doing personal things.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's you're definitely being hacked. Somebody's watching you.
Yeah.
Did you guys try resetting your phones? I'm sure you did.
Oh
Factory
yeah, you
reset?
have to do it all the time
We
because
do it
they go
Yeah.
all the
in
time.
and then they'll battle you in the scroll. Like
Yep.
you're sitting there trying to scroll and they're trying to get a screenshot and then they screenshot it and then your scroll will roll. You know, and that's one of the signs that they're in your phone.
Yep.
That's
I
another sign.
mean,
Yeah.
you know,
I
we
Well,
don't.
turn off
I
my
wrote him a
phone.
nice little message today. I
Oh
did
know
yeah,
they
you?
I
saw
mean,
it.
it's gotten to the point where we type in messages. We're like, fuck you.
Like,
You
I'm
know.
I'm gonna go back down. I just wanted to say something on behalf of us mods, and I want people to realize this is real. This is happening to us
Yep.
mods, to Tina, to Xander, to Ernie. It is real.
And
No
we
joke.
really appreciate you. You do a really good job
Yeah,
as a
you
mod.
do a
Yeah,
great
you
job.
do,
Thank you.
You're
Colleen.
awesome. And if you have to take a break,
I
just let us know.
appreciate everybody,
You
you
know.
know.
Thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
honey.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Bye
Thanks.
bye.
All right.
Bye.
Good night,
Bye.
sweethearts.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
I'm not going to bed yet. I'm still watching.
Oh, okay, right on.
Thank you. Ricky's up here.
Yeah, yeah, it's me.
What's up, Ricky?
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Not
Hi.
much. Hi, how you doing?
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Y'all doing okay?
Yeah.
What you got to say about all this?
Yeah, this hacking and shit needs to stop. The reason we follow Ernie because we see truth,
I know.
and they're crazy.
Yep.
All the defamation of character, all the slander, especially today. Jeez. I I don't know how you guys do it every single day. It's
I
Well,
mean,
awful.
as far as like being doxxed and stuff, we can't be doxxed because all our shit's public.
I mean,
So there's that. But you get used to anything, I guess.
I
But
mean, we're very protected. That's why they just attack us online. So
but somebody said somebody was calling the Cajun Navy. It's 1:30 in the morning. So it was what, a half hour ago or something?
Yeah.
How fucking sick are you? You know, these people are gone to bed. They've been looking for three missing children today. They found one dead. So knock yourselves out. Y'all think you're funny? You're really sick.
yeah, really, really sick, evil fucks up in here in
Yeah.
Utopia land. Excuse my French, alien, serious, whatever you want to call my cursing, but I curse you all for real. I mean, seriously, y'all some sick bastards out there.
Yeah.
Man, and we see what you've done to Ernie. We've seen what everybody's done to Ernie. Xander and I have seen more than any of y'all have ever seen happen to Ernie. And it
No,
is not right what
nobody
people
likes
do
a
to that
damn
man.
bully.
Do what?
Nobody likes a bully.
No, no.
And
Well, and
Ernie's not one to take it, meaning, he's the guy, he goes in there, he does what he does. And he has really humbled himself. I will say this. And he has talked really nice to people, and he's appreciative. And I mean, just to tear a person down and keep doing it and doing it and doing it, really, like, you think it's okay?
yeah,
And now going after Tina and Xander.
Yeah.
yeah.
And their family, you know,
And our
after
home and our
everybody.
businesses, you know. I've seen, the shelter should take your dogs too. Like, none of these people know us at all.
Oh my
You
God.
know, I mean,
Yeah, that's in
and none of
response
this
to
shit
Charlie.
is true.
That's in response to Charlie's stuff too.
Yeah.
We're just like we don't get anything out of helping people.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
can't do anything,
we don't get paid or
that's
anything.
helpful for anybody. Nothing right.
No, I mean,
There's
no,
always some.
no. That's not what I'm
It's
saying.
just well,
I'm saying that we don't get paid.
yeah,
We don't get like benefited in that kind of
right.
way from helping
This is
anybody. Especially
free.
not
Yeah.
like someone like Charlie.
Hell, our friend's helping him right now. Fix his electric. Something in his electric.
Yeah. After all
Aw.
that happened with Charlie, Aryan Nation started shooting up his house. That's stuff that we didn't say on the video, but
Oh my
they got shot
God.
up. There was a bottle of live rounds thrown in his fire pit for like his next campfire to have
Oh,
some.
explode.
They looted his trailer pretty much. They ripped the doors off it. They took like all the electric and shit out. It was ridiculous. So we got a friend over there helping to rebuild it, and then someone donated some wildlife cameras to put up on his property for a while to
Good.
provide some proof that the wild animals around there are extremely active, and I know
Right.
they are because I heard them when I was there
Yeah.
Oh.
2 different times.
Yeah, we'll check the cameras tomorrow. We probably got to change the batteries too.
I used to have those, and they're so good at night because they
Yeah.
They're nice.
pick up
These ones are super
burglars.
nice. These are like $100 cameras. They connect to your Wi-Fi, and
Mhm.
you can watch them remotely if you have Wi-Fi connected to them. They're pretty badass.
Yeah.
Nice. Is that your doggy?
Yes.
So beautiful.
Thanks. That's
You wanna
one
go
of
out?
them. Which one is it?
It's Lily.
Yeah. Yeah.
You wanna go out?
And all these people that's talking about Tina and all of them, have never met them in person.
Yeah.
Right.
You probably never will unless it's something bad
Well,
that
yeah,
they
and
want to do.
I mean, Nicolina, like in the beginning, said she came onto YouTube to destroy Ernie Shell, and that's the
Yeah.
only reason that she's on YouTube.
And she seems like a smart lady.
And you know what the
Like,
fucked up thing is? It's just damage control because guess what? The reason that Ernie or us is ever on YouTube, everybody that hates us can go thank Benny Keys and Charlatan Share. We would never ever have found you dirty, thieving, like child exploiting pieces of shit if it wasn't for Benny Keys and Charlatan Share.
Right.
They drug us into this. Go get them. That
yeah.
is who caused all the dumpster fires on YouTube streets. You're welcome.
Exactly. That's exactly who started all this.
Can you tell us the story of how they brought you guys in here to this case?
Oh, it was Dalton's mom. Dalton's
Oh.
mom reached out to Ernie and asked if we could interview Don. And that's when we were going to interview Don. We crash course for 3 days to figure out, the questions we were going to ask him in the interview to give him a fair interview. We didn't hear, we didn't know any of the drama even existed. We were just, going by the news interview, and I mean, we skimmed over some of the stuff people were saying, but we tried to stay pretty neutral in our opinions of 3 days of just looking over some material, you know.
So they know his family. I mean,
Right.
his family, Dalton's family knows Dawn
Dalton's
personally.
mom knows, yeah, Don Wells, yes,
Oh.
and she asked us to interview him. And so Ernie always thought that she had a super crush on him, like that. And she really believed in him and told Ernie, he's innocent, he's a good guy, he needs a fair interview, blah, 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 blah. So Ernie agreed to it. And then at first, when Ernie came to us, we were like, what? Okay, I don't know. This is shady. If he comes here, we'll interview him, is what, we said. We can set it all up here. And then at first he was like playing with the idea, and then he said no, he didn't want to come here. That we had to come to his place because he wanted us to search the dog trail. And so,
That's when he said nobody searched the dog trail because they're afraid of bears and snakes.
yep. That's what he
I'm
told us.
sorry, I
They're
would
like,
have ran
Wow.
right down that
nope,
trail.
Kid.
there's a trail already there and no one's walked it because of
Wow.
bears.
You know, that's even worse. An animal could have got her.
There's not, no, an animal did not get hurt.
I mean, but
Yeah,
as a
I know what
mom,
you mean. They knew that though. That's why they walked on it. But that's why it felt like a setup to
oh,
me. So
oh, for you guys,
yeah, we
yeah.
got the whole crew together, and extra people that weren't even our crew that could walk around, with a gun. Because I felt like maybe it was a setup, you
Like
know.
a Blair Witch movie
Oh
possibly
yeah, or
happened
hillbilly
too.
justice or some shit. Because
Yeah.
we're exposing a ring that's probably connected, and we don't even know it. You know, I mean that's what it looks like to us. So um, when Ernie put it out there, see, Ernie's problem is he gets so excited and he thinks everybody's gonna love us going to do something that he has to announce it always. Like, guess what, guys, we're going. And then it's just like all the parasites coming loose off of it. They
Yep.
just come in and they gotta just like twist all his words and then harass him in his chat, and he's reading all this hateful shit and accusations. So then he starts getting all defensive and stuff. And it just like kills time, it kills the movement and the momentum of everything and just delays everything. But
Because
you
this
know,
is a movement.
it is,
That's
it's
what
a
you guys
movement.
started.
And the trolls are like stopping people from becoming inspired to clean up their towns. What's wrong with that? I mean,
Mhm. They don't
clean
want
the
them clean.
trash out.
Mhm. I still want to know who they're being paid from.
Exactly. Who do they work for?
Mhm.
And, if you go to like their chats and stuff like that, just start asking them, who do you work for? Who do you work for?
Because,
Ask them the same thing over and over and over and over again until they answer. They got to answer.
nobody that's really doing this for missing kids does that for real.
I know.
No volunteer
No,
does that.
no,
I've never seen it.
no, no.
So, am I wrong, or is Ernie going to be having a video with Candace? Is that true?
It's tomorrow.
That's
Oh,
tomorrow.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. You
I'd
know,
be. I'm looking
I
forward
mean,
to that.
she keeps saying it, and I haven't seen, her signature on a piece of paper. I really hope that
Oh,
she actually just does something and just lets it out. I mean, instead of being like a carrot and, in front of a rabbit's face, I need to talk to you. I'm scared. I need protection, and, but I need to say some things, but I'm scared.
And then she'll get on and she won't say shit.
I know.
She'll just be drunk.
Yeah,
I'm like, why are you here?
I know.
right.
She asked for a pizza. They delivered a pizza. She didn't come to the door, and come to find out, it was out of the way. It wasn't even on the way to Kentucky.
This is way out of
Like,
the way.
we thought because of the trolls saying, oh, Ernie's, like, family home is right next to Candace's. No, hell no.
Nothing is right
It's
next to
way the hell out of the way.
I mean,
BFE,
as the
Not
crow
right?
even on the
flies,
way.
as the crow flies, it probably would have been on the way. But you have to go through so many back roads to get there that
Oh,
it's not on the way to anything.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
out there.
it's out there. But, anyways, it was way out of the way. And she didn't even answer the door for pizza. You know,
you
she
know,
came here. She didn't want to talk to me or Sanders. She only wanted to talk to Ernie. So
pray has a curse
it,
on
it
them.
may just be games.
But I also was wondering because when she went MIA that day and was supposed to come up and then had COVID, whatever, and then she just kind of went away, I'm really wondering which YouTuber threatened her or gave her money
There
not
was
to
somebody
talk to you
threatening her.
all.
I say BK.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was reading the
Good
text from
guess.
him.
Yep,
she
good
I
was.
guess.
don't, yeah, I don't think she read all of the text from him either.
I say he's the one that's paying all these people too.
Yep.
He's the
Well,
one raking in the money.
I want to let people in on a fact that I don't know if Ernie's addressed it before, but those cameras were watching Candace that Benny had out there.
It's gross.
And after Don went to jail, Candace cut the cables to those cameras. And that's around the time that Benny started flipping out and switching up on her and starting to make little innuendos of different kinds of threats.
Did he
Got nothing to
film her
lose.
naked?
I would assume.
I don't
I
know.
don't
Well,
know.
that's porn right there. Charges,
I
filming
don't actually know
somebody, and
where the
exploiting
camera
them
was
without
around the
their
house, but
knowledge.
I know what windows are,
In their
looking at
home.
places that are there. But I don't know. Either way, that's some of the stalkerish, creepy shit you can do.
I mean, what do you think he was going to see something about summer? I mean, if that's the case, BK, be smarter.
I mean, when I heard
You don't
that,
do
I
that. You
was
broke the
like,
law, man.
what?
Yeah, I guess the pretense was to protect Candace, to put up like a security camera to protect her or something, but
The
really he was just
pretense,
like
yeah.
watching her 24/7. So
No.
I don't know what
You put
what he
cameras
could
by the
do to protect her.
doors, you
I
know?
mean, was she a prisoner in her own house?
It's
And
pretty
now,
Sounds
possible.
like
you
it.
know, they're like, oh, Candace is on the run. She wasn't on the run from the police. Who the hell was talking about Candace being on the run? Is she
Yeah.
running
Well, she even
from her
addressed a
prison
couple.
house, from
Probably.
traffickers that's watching her?
Yeah. Well,
Because
she
you don't
addressed in a
want
couple of
your
videos that
secrets out.
she's not afraid of the cops. She's afraid of some people in the neighborhood. I think that's as
Right.
far as she went when she talked about it.
That's a shame.
But she
And
wouldn't specify who, of course.
and then when people push their agenda, all it does is
Mm.
take one sick person and then they go do something radical, like what we're seeing with that woman in uh, New Mexico. Takes one thing to set someone off, and guess what? When the crime happens, everybody goes to jail. And guess what? You might be in one of them jails where you wish that you were dead because
Yep.
they exist, especially in
True.
Florida.
Yep. I would not want to go to jail in Florida.
Oh my God, no.
No.
Sheriff Grady, one time when he was getting so sick of these offenders, he said, "Oh, you're having problems because of the people were complaining about stupid stuff." And he goes, "Well, since I've had to take in 150 more offenders this month, you guys are going to be having peanut butter sandwiches, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and no more powdered milk." I mean, that's the things they can do.
Yeah.
And then you got to pee and eat when someone tells you to do everything.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they need. I don't know.
I don't know, but this case needs to be wrapped up.
We got
These
others.
YouTubers need Homeland Security, and if Homeland Security ain't about it, National Guard, shit,
Mhm.
because there are terrorists on YouTube, and I
Mhm.
honestly believe this creepy ass fable game, like ultimate creep shit, going on with the Triconi, however the hell you say it.
I
Mm-hmm.
know.
Or Tony.
Tritorni or
Tree Tony.
Tritoni.
Anyways,
I
creepy
think
ass shit.
But you know, if you take off the I at the end, that's a real shoe company
Right.
overseas in Denmark or Switzerland or somewhere. I can't remember,
Okay.
but they make all kind of shoes, and you can't find one picture of um, a child being on a tennis shoe or nothing. So people are adding, the misplaced spelling links, etc. And then, like you guys said, have a hyperlink on, and it's a virus. So
Right.
you click that by accident, you're done.
Right.
You know. But they know what they're doing. I would assume if I owned the shoe company, that one of my employees would have seen that by accident
Right.
and I would know about it.
Right.
So makes you wonder, like Hollywood and everything.
I wonder, and there's evergreen containers coming up in some of these people's talks too. It's all tying to a giant ring, guys. Stop with the drama and the bullshit. Stop attacking Ernie. I mean, shit. He doesn't deserve what you guys have done to him. No one
You
does,
guys don't
really. I
deserve it
mean,
either.
y'all don't even treat pedos like this. We call it pedos all day, every day, and people defend their asses,
Disgusting.
and
Yeah,
yet y'all
like
treat Ernie like
Jose's
this.
video.
Mm.
Shameful.
Mm. I don't know. It sounds to me like from what people were saying, they're having a ball and a blast on this. Um, I'm not going to lower my standards in life to yours,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I will tell you I am going to do something about it.
Oh yeah. We are doing something about it every day. Like our
Yep.
life is doing what our government should be paying for, something to be done because we're working for free, and
Yeah.
and the people who are supposed to be busting these people already because there's enough evidence out there. Um, are y'all doing your job properly? Because you are the people's employees to do those kinds of jobs to keep us citizens, us innocent citizens that are innocent, safe from cyber and mental terrorists and that are carping, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cyber action role play, carpers,
Oh,
next level
I
larper,
really
sounds kinky.
carper.
do think that once Candace talks, all these people are going in with her.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Apparently, I abuse you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
party.
Or I should say if she talks. But or Don or whoever, they're
I mean,
gonna
he looks
bring up the
scared, right, Sander?
Danger.
Yeah, I know. If we were in it for the money, we'd be a lot sadder people. But you know,
Yeah,
it's Ricky up
we
here
can
on
cuss.
panel.
God damn it.
yeah, we can cuss. Yeah, we really don't care what people think about us. And all this is carping, cyber
Mm-hmm.
action role play. Oh, there's Team Rose. Hey.
What up, Rose?
Hi, we love your station.
I know.
We
Team
listen to
Rose,
Rose
we do love you.
when we want to take a break. We listen to Rose.
Yeah, yeah,
Rose is awesome.
yeah. And she's spot on. She knows it's LARPing.
Yeah,
She knows the mind control shit that's going on.
Rose knows a lot of things. Rose
Yeah,
knows like all the things.
yeah. And people call her crazy too, but
Yeah,
we know the feeling. We're right there with you. We get called it for
not more
years
than
and
us.
years and years. This ain't our first troll rodeo,
Probably always
but
will.
this is our first one that we think that we've caught the MK Ultra grooming team that's connected to the high levels of government that probably don't serve the people anymore. They may serve people,
That's
but
right. You're right.
but they don't serve people.
No, exactly. It's a
And
wolf in
billions
sheep
serve.
clothing.
Yeah.
Why don't we start doing that?
What?
Having a sheep body with a wolf face.
She wants to start making
So
Photoshop
there.
memes.
Somebody in
That's what I
chat
was
said I was
doing
being
too. We need
hacked
some
right
fire
now.
memes up in here.
What?
Somebody in chat said I was being hacked right now. I hate to tell them, but the FBI is most likely watching.
Oh yeah,
There's
for
already been
sure.
a report made,
Yeah.
and a couple more after that.
There's been a lot of reports made on
Uh
us
huh.
and on other people. So yeah, they're watching for one reason or
If
another.
y'all don't believe it, Why don't you ask Grandis why she's not allowed to talk to her grandsons?
Rose, the Candace thing is tomorrow.
Yeah,
Here early.
yeah, yeah. Rose, you're gonna want to watch this one. You're definitely gonna want to rewind um, this one and watch this because we explained a lot of the psychological operations that are going on and the hacking going on. You got hacked. Yeah, your place got ransacked too, didn't it?
Oh, really?
Who,
Wow.
Roses?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Is Ricky snoring? Ricky, are you snoring?
Yeah, I'm
Ricky, where
good.
you at?
Wake
I
up!
just
No.
I do want to
I,
say I'm sorry for that one comment about Candace because I don't know that. So I just mean actually when all of this stuff comes to an end and the case is closed, where do these people that are breaking the laws think they're going to be?
Right.
Not on YouTube streets, that's for sure.
Well, they're the smart ones like AB are prepping for the next trauma,
Oh.
tragedy, drama. You know, I mean, I said it from the get go when we got drug in by BK and Cher. I was like, what the hell is this place? Like, what is this crime community shit? Because it kind of looks like they're all friend but enemy, and they're always playing, both sides of the field and back and forth.
It's like politics.
I mean, it is,
Yeah.
So
and
weird.
it felt they had the same numbers of followers and things like that for a while, and they just like piggybacked off of each other. And I was like, these people are all working together or something,
Hmm.
What the hell's going on? And why are they bringing us into this shit? Because I don't
I
do the
think it's a
drama.
setup, maybe, Tina. Maybe
Do
from the beginning, the way you guys were brought into it might have been a setup.
it was always a setup. All of it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of
It
it.
was all played out.
Yep. And they
Who's.
continuously try to set us up. They're not effective with me and Xander hardly ever. You know, Sometimes, you know,
They don't really try with us anymore
like
because
Gigi
they've
was
seen.
an agent to come in, take a gummy and run and go, oh, poison.
Yeah.
And just shit like that.
Ernie's
Just
like
dumb shit.
Ernie's really easy to manipulate, but they don't really try it with us.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
And
we
I
have
think
seen them.
Ernie thinks everybody's like him.
He,
Like us talking. Who would expect this stuff?
no,
And I mean,
exactly.
they called the Cajun Navy at 1 o'clock in the morning. Must be BK.
I
Who
don't
else
know.
would do that crazy stuff?
Hopefully they're not calling anymore right now.
Well, I got news. I mean, law will be involved, BK, especially
Yeah,
in your state. I know
yeah, it's
Governor
a state
Abbott,
mandated.
so.
that is so dumb.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, you guys are really stupid because you won. Todd said, I just got over a 3-year battle with trolls just like these guys. I got some troll PTSD right now, and he's like, and I don't know enough about the case. And we're pulling bodies out of, the bayou every day.
Yeah.
I mean, so he's like, but I'm very curious why I got so many calls in a day. He was like, this is weird.
That's why I'm going to reiterate it again if Ray Williams is involved because this was his gang mob type mentality
Yep.
with what Todd went through before. Now looking, I think he was the leader of it all.
Right.
Um, so now the same thing's happening
Thanks.
Thank you,
with you
Dean.
all. And it's making me wonder if this guy's involved too. Is he paying you guys? I'm Dean. I'm just curious. Ray Williams is his name. Oh, I just got a message. This ought to be good. Hmm.
Hmm.
Did you say that's a fake name earlier?
Yeah, I actually, you know what? I could give his.
I need to
Oh,
show people
thanks, Susanna.
I need to post the link that Todd sent me about his epic lawsuit that the United Cajun Navy won against trolls.
And you know what's so bad with these trolls? Like, I don't know what it was, but if he was busy or would ignore someone because of, what's going on, they would start bothering me.
Mhm.
And we were very good to a part of Florida, Jackson. It's up in Marion County.
Mhm.
And we started having a problem because Todd was going to help them with a food bank. Well, they didn't have all the materials in at the time that we were supposed to assist.
Right.
They were asked a few times, etc. Well, they get them like way later. By that time, they're an organization that comes in, they do what they got to do, and then they got to leave. Now
Right.
they'll do long-term disaster help as long as it's needed.
Right.
Uh, so, anyways, this lady and this other guy thought that they were going to subpoena me to go to court against him. I was laughing. I go, "You're not going to win." I said, "I'm going to tell you that right now."
Right.
And they kept trying to contact me. I avoided them. They sent a subpoena to one of my relatives' address. So they must have thought about what I said because when they went to court, some of them had to read just what they wrote to Todd. Like the proof was there. The judge made them read it.
Oh wow.
Um, but then they didn't want to. So then they said, forget it. I'm done. Okay, what do we need to do? So he was able to get a permanent cease and desist order. So does not only that cover Louisiana, it covers everywhere with the FTC laws. So,
Right.
that's it. And case closed. He's had some, but nothing like he did before.
Right.
And because of what happened, made a lot of good people quit. So,
Wow.
so I got his back to you trolls. I promise you.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. I
You
know.
know.
So yeah, watch out, guys. Hey,
Yep.
Team Rose, Debbie does not have a channel. She doesn't usually just put herself out there, but she is someone who actually has found missing people, and she knows how to take care of legal filings and all kinds of stuff. And she's part of our Florida chapter. She's actually the head of our Florida chapter of Predator Hunter Nation. So until she gets her own channel, you'll probably see her here.
Nice to meet you. I love your station. I've watched it a few times.
Yeah.
And I love the British accent.
I know. I like the way it goes. It's like a wave.
Yeah, it
She
flows in
has
and
a
out of there.
Yes,
flow into different
exactly.
linguistics. You got some skills, Team Rose.
Yep.
And you can see through the bullshit. Ernie may be a lot of things that people may not like. They may be jealous of him. They may want him. And they like secretly desire him. And they can't have him, so they hate him. But he's not a bad guy. And he's not going to go straight Terminator. Well, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
any normal person would.
But, anyways, he's not any of this, crap that these trolls say.
I've talked to him. He is definitely not a bad person at all and has a big heart.
No.
You guys do too.
He's actually like a man child. He's a high maintenance puppy.
Rick, you falling asleep?
No, I'm good.
No, I'm good. Just hanging out in there being purple.
Yeah, I'm sitting there listening to you all.
That's our bouncer.
Oh,
No, he's
cool.
not on drugs, Team Rose. As a matter of fact, uh, One time he took 3 milligrams of Delta 8. And I mean, he feels CBD. Let's just say that. Not even Delta 8. He actually feels lion's mane mushroom supplements.
They're talking about Ernie, not Ricky.
Yeah, I'm talking to
Oh.
Team Rose. She asked a question, or she said, I don't believe Ernie's on drugs. So I had to put
Oh.
it out there because a lot of the people that are watching this now, they don't know what the hell's going
I
on.
wish I could feel lions, man.
I know. I wish I could feel lion's
That'd be
mane.
awesome.
I
And you
know.
know,
But do you get like some kind of like brain
He can feel it in his brain. He's like,
rush
I
and
feel that. I'm
feel
like,
the smartness
you
coming
don't feel
on?
lion's mane. He's like, I do.
Your
I
synapses
feel it.
rebuilding themselves.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's wild. Are
that's
you
so
kidding me? You
funny.
really feel it?
Hmm.
So
I'm
he's
gonna have to
he's
come get some Delta 8.
Delta Eight's awesome. I like Delta Eight, but I like it because you're not committed to being high, and it's not as long term.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I like that because I don't like being like high and having to go to the grocery store or something like that. I just no, I'm
That's
not
the
into
worst
it.
time. Did
Yeah,
you notice when you do that, you always buy everything and spend too much
I know.
money?
And then you buy everything, and then you still have no dinner to cook because you ate a
Yeah,
bunch of crap you didn't need, right?
bunch of junk. Yeah.
I know, and all the impulse buying you do too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
yeah,
Rose Delta 8 is a THC compound, but it's not illegal in most states.
yeah,
And yeah, it's just another THC. You get high from it. It's a little bit mellower than Delta 9, which is what's in weed,
yeah.
and it's more of a balanced buzz between your body and your mind, and a lot of people really like it. It also kills pain, so
Yeah.
a lot of people use it
That's
for that
that's
too.
a super bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so
Whose phone's pinging?
that's
Mine.
I think
Oh,
that's
All of
Probably
us.
everyone's.
we're like Ernie now. We have 3 phones now because we're having to take so many screen recordings, so many screenshots of the blatant
Bullshit.
life-threatening threats that these idiots make because they think they got freedom of speech here on YouTube or some shit.
Damn, their
Um,
freedom of speech is going to end
and
on YouTube soon.
and we're going to have you fuckers labeled a terroristic hate group. You are a dangerous hate group. You have real life consequences
What are they
for
gonna
real
call
life
themselves?
people that are innocent.
What are they gonna call themselves as a
I
hate
want to
group?
call them the
straight out
sloppy
of Compton.
McSloppersteins.
They had a Compton.
The FBI is never gonna label them the sloppy mixed opera saints. Okay,
Well,
they
I
have to have a
mean,
better name than that, like YouTube Mafia or some shit. I don't know.
Oh God.
Maybe.
I
What
know.
are we gonna name the
YouTube
terrorist organization?
Inquirer.
The
The sloppy
YouTube Inquirer.
McSloppersteins. Cause y'all sloppy.
Rose,
You slop it all over the YouTube streets.
you
We're
palm
just
tree neck asses.
It sounds
yeah,
like a Sesame Street gang.
yeah. We are the Sesame Street gang.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, we are.
You can't
Yeah.
hang.
Dumpster
Gang, gang.
fires for days.
I'm sorry, but I want everybody to know. I was serious. I was up. I was watching YouTube. I was watching Benny's live.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I swear, at first I was like, "What is this dude on?" He's like full of energy, like somebody that just drank a pot of coffee or something.
Yeah.
He's messing with
Probably
his
starts driving.
Jason mask and all that, smoking a blunt through it, you know, carrying on, trying to, I don't know what he was doing with his hair thing. But then the cops come and I hear them, I hear them,
I heard it too.
yeah, say about, well, there's a mask and we're coming to do a mental check. Let me check your pockets. And he was like, no, man, why? Like he was getting defensive. And then all of a sudden I hear all this like rumbling, like blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, somebody closed the camera. I was like, that sucks, dude. But that was your karma. I mean, I didn't call, these guys didn't call, but guess what? A concerned citizen did call, I guess.
Yeah. Well, apparently Doug has now called the
Wow.
police
Well, I
on
think
Benny.
Doug has a reason to call on them,
I think a lot
Yeah.
more have called the police now.
I think
on
Doug's
Benny.
just mad at Benny because he drug Ernie into the YouTube streets and we destroyed him.
Oh, who,
Probably.
Doug?
But we didn't destroy them. They destroyed themselves.
I
And
don't know him that much.
oh man,
Is he a
he's
doctor?
a participant in
Oh.
psyop too, you know. And
Oh,
you know he's funny, like he was likable, and then they just got sloppier and sloppier and sloppier. The more they had to look at Ernie and be envious and jealous, or the more offers that they got made to destroy Ernie. I don't know how it all went down, but they all became obsessed with Ernie, and I'm sure they all have their own unique reasons. Um, but only one of them, or no, two of any of the YouTubers that have channels about Ernie, out of what is it, 12 now that are just about Ernie,
oh yeah.
something like that, uh, have ever met him in real life.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Wow, you can know a lot about a person for never really meeting them, can't you?
Oh wait, one horror mask. He makes the bloody Jason mask now, and he's super obsessed with evil Hellraiser, like all that
Ew.
shit, masks. And he's one of Ernie's biggest smear campaigners too. And it's all about he fucked somebody on a Jason mask. Who fucking cares? Get the fuck
What?
over it. 10 years ago, oh, he
Ernie
rode
fucked
somebody's
someone with a
mask.
Jason mask on?
Yeah.
No.
Proves he's a con artist.
What is wrong with that woman?
Which one?
The one
Oh,
who.
crafting lies. I call
Oh
her
my
crafting
god.
lies.
That reminds me of Bewitched, but a bad witch.
I call her Bat
Worse than
Lady.
that. No, they remind me between Johanna crafting and Gigi. They remind me of what are
Stirring the
those
pot and
witches?
crafting
Hocus
all the
Pocus.
lies.
You know that movie Hocus Pocus?
Yes.
That's what those three women remind me of.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Really the Beastmaster, but nobody's seen the Beastmaster because I brought that up during a live once, and there's like these witches that they look over a cauldron, and they're creepy. But look up the Beastmaster witches, and that's how I feel. A combination between that and Hocus Pocus.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Do you think they'll come out and like finally say they love Ernie later on? Like
Oh
they're just
no,
obsessed and
no,
they love him.
Doug will never love Ernie because
It's
he's
a
in
setup.
YouTube, just plain and simple. And then
Wow. I think BK was
AB
getting
will
on
never
Doug
love us
for a while.
because I think AB,
We have a history with AB.
we have a history with
Oh.
AB when he was Scott.
What is up with people?
No, he used to like try to make us be afraid of light beings and
Oh.
tried to tell us that they're vampires, energy vampires sucking off our soul. And we're like,
This is years ago.
well, we only have positive experiences when we're in their presence, and we
Yeah,
learn a lot.
right?
No, they're demons.
Archons.
They're archons. We're like, I don't know what they're called, but they kind of are pretty
Demons.
cool. And yeah, he took pictures of them. He'd chase them around. He'd film them.
Really?
Yeah, and he'd tell
Okay,
us to be
back
very,
to
very afraid.
back to Ernie's mask. Maybe he started a thing like people could sell those at a bar when you had too much to drink.
They all want to do what Ernie's doing. I
Yes.
see it.
No way.
Yeah,
Are they that like bored?
I guess.
I don't know what's going on.
Weird.
It's the
But they did
weirdest.
break.
Just
They did break the law multiple times.
Multiple times.
no.
Hmm.
If this was the alien social experiment test on humanity, giant meteor, then
Which didn't
giant meteor for
happen.
the win. No.
It didn't happen. Remember yesterday? It was
Archons
supposed
are
to.
real, Team Rose. We know all about the supernatural and extraterrestrial and human experimentation stuff. But the thing that Scott was trying to do was make us afraid, and we aren't afraid.
Nope.
No,
Not afraid.
no,
Yeah, they all have real skills. And everybody's going around just trying to discredit it
I know.
and stop finding kids and helping kids and
Yeah,
communities.
yeah. They're trying to discredit us from telling you guys to look up the voice to skull technology patents and the companies that produce the technology, and most importantly, look at their financing and their money. um, if these technologies weren't being used, then why is there such a huge budget for them? And there's a fluctuating flow of currency within these technology companies, these gene editing companies that are like CRISPR. That is one that you guys should look into. Um, their main location is just around the corner from Comet Ping Pong, and and so these technologies are real, guys. Um, if you want to clone it yourself, go ahead and look up Clonade. I think for what, 100 and is it 130 grand? You can have a clone of yourself made.
Whoa! Could I like clone Brad Pitt or somebody?
They don't
I
want
think
another
they
clone
probably
of me.
sell star clones too. Yeah.
Him, I go down. I get down with. That didn't sound right. I get down with because he's cool. He don't like Hollywood pedophiles either.
Right.
He was
Amen.
actually one of the braver ones to expose. Xander looks tired. Look.
That was rude. But
Oh,
yeah, I'm sorry.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, we are getting tired.
it's past my
Mm,
bedtime.
Yeah, mine too.
right.
Yeah, Team Rose, Nicolina 777 is a very unpleasant. Did you see where she came on? Xander really likes me.
Oh my god.
And I guess on her channel, she was saying that Xander wants to have sex with her or something.
Oh wow.
I'm like,
Well, doesn't Mr. Grumpy get mad about that shit?
I don't know.
He's grumpy for a
He is pretty
reason.
grumpy.
You're right.
Is that
I
what
don't know. They
Him
they
and BK look alike.
really?
Ugh.
they do.
That's
Those
unfortunate.
beards and
Well, no, you're that
the
guy.
frame of the face or something.
That guy next to him
Shorty?
had a BK look.
The coworker guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? When he's going like this, I mean, and I'm not trying to, make fun of a small dude. My son at 20 years old, his arms are like 3 times the size. He does like competitions. And I mean, I thought they were doing it as a joke. But then when you actually look in someone's face or camera and you seriously threaten them with a serious face, and then you have Yo Barbie wannabe in the background, you know. Did you wake up, Ricky?
Yeah.
I know, Ricky. Is he
What the
sleeping?
He's
hell?
either sleeping or he's eating chips or both.
You're
Or I
eating
don't know what he's
chips
doing.
or
I'm just saying, you know what? That was funny.
I don't think they can clone you in 40 minutes,
Who
Rose.
said that?
Said an hour.
An hour?
They can
Really?
clone you in an hour?
I think Rose would probably know. I don't know much about the details. I know about
Prove.
yeah.
But
I don't know the proven. I know the technology is there.
you guys just gave me another idea
What?
because supposedly they're not allowed to clone anymore. What if that's what they're
Depends on the
taking the
state.
It
kids
depends on the
for?
state.
Yeah.
There are no laws regarding clones in the state of Tennessee, other than
Wow.
they are personal possession.
Well,
All the
you.
government experiments and
I
stuff,
don't want to say
I
that,
wouldn't
but
be
there's
surprised
a
if
law about cloning here.
Well, no, the law about cloning here is no government money can be
That's
spent
right.
on cloning a human.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's
so
got to be
sex
paid for.
But
traffickers pay
private
for it.
contractors, like
celebrity
contractors,
maybe.
like
Well, anybody really.
military contractors, like maybe higher levels of like Blackwater,
Right?
Yeah, they're an NGO.
Right?
they are an NGO, and the yeah, hmm, just thought of something. We'll
Yeah,
talk
wait.
later.
Yeah.
Team
But
Rose, you're right. A lot of people don't believe it still happened.
exactly, but I think it is illegally. But like you said, Tina, Tennessee, you can do it.
Well, I mean, I really felt like there's some sort of cloning involved in the Summer Wells case surrounding it.
Those
There's a lot of
pictures.
kids that look
Yeah.
like a lot of other kids in weird situations, and there's a lot of pictures of Summer that it doesn't look like the same kid, but
Right.
it does, and it's not the camera angle. I mean, it's
It
like
hasn't
even
been
just like the
photoshopped.
texture of the hair, and then just the color of the eye is different with an
Yeah.
offset to the face. Sometimes she looks like a boy. Was there, a boy
Yeah.
and a girl? Summer, were there two? Because it looks like there's actually three. If you look at all the pictures combined together, and there's definitely three different looks about the pictures that are out there, you know.
Yeah.
And other people have, acknowledged this fact too, that something's just not right.
It's altered.
Yeah.
Or
Are they crisis actor kids, or, is this little girl fine somewhere, now and not with her parents, but they're just making a
right.
big show out of it? Is she dead? Like, what the hell is going on, you know?
And then somebody on YouTube posted the other day and they said that one of the boys was SA one of
Unfortunately,
their
digital.
Me too.
huh?
Digital said something that I have wondered as well.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I've also read up on
what's the
adoptions and
possibility?
stuff with the SDA church and how they do things a little bit. I haven't read up on it a lot.
I mean, you know, if they're if they're clones, you know, theoretically, if this is a parade of clones that we're seeing, then there are no laws that protect how they're used.
Right.
And what if, in fact, we're all an experiment project? See if
Yeah,
they
what's
can
going on, Oak
train them in
Ridge?
their brain.
What's going on, Oak Ridge? Where'd y'all build that particle collider that you partnered with CERN of Switzerland in the Smoky Mountains? Where's that particle collider? So, a lot of weirdness that
It is
people are
scary.
talking about. They just want to talk about bullshit, bullshit
Stupid
everywhere.
stuff.
Yeah,
Gossip.
yeah. We don't want to talk about the bases around here. We don't want to talk about the number of missing, you know, kids in the area. Some of the more weird, supernatural, bizarre stories that happen surrounding missing kids. So,
It's a shame.
yeah,
But, again, what's in the dark will come out in the light. And if something happens and it can't be us to do it, life takes care of itself.
yeah.
Always, right?
I
Yeah.
know, and we're winning. And,
Mhm.
if it is a game, they're all thinking they're winning. It's not a game, and that's why we win, because they're like the Aurora Boreas. They're the snake eating its tail,
Yeah.
and they're
Or the
eating their own
serpent.
young over there, and the burning streets of Babylon, because they babble, 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 babble.
On.
So odd and odd and odd and odd. So YouTube was the famous Babylon.
Let's have a contest. Let's do a poll
What kind of poll? I don't even know how to
to
do a
see
poll.
who's the biggest Babylon YouTube.
Oh,
Oh,
the Babylonian, the Babel,
the king or queen.
the king of Babel.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Vote for the king of Babel.
I love it. Xander's like, these are people are evil. No, I'm kidding.
Xander's tired. He's like, I'm ready to go to bed.
He's like, are you all going to do this all night?
Yeah. You wanna?
I'm calling y'all at 6 o'clock.
I got to get up at 7. That's all right. That's
Yeah.
5.5,
I
5 hours.
know. And I mean,
I'll
we've
take a
been
nap.
staying up late because we've been putting a lot of shit together, folks.
Yeah.
And,
You have.
just because we don't throw it all out there until we're positive doesn't mean we're not always working. You guys are wrong about us.
Yeah.
And do they know why Jose came out of the woodwork?
No, yeah. As soon as we started talking about it and found some shit, then
Oh.
Jose's like, I want to be interviewed.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. You
Yeah.
know what was disturbing is I found, I mean, I don't know if it's his relative or not, but I found a guy that died in San Diego, I think, had the same last name. He died June 14th, a year before Summer went missing. And he was a gang member. And what he did was he trafficked his daughter. Basically, he manipulated her. He talked her into committing crimes for the gang. And then she ended up running the gang. And at 33 years old, she's in jail for like 45 years. But
Dang.
he was running the gang out of the prison. And what happened is someone got sick of his shit. They put him in the mental jail, and someone knifed him and killed him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's his relative, but I do know Jose has spent time out that way. So, you know,
Dude gets around
yeah,
Mhm.
a lot from coast to coast.
that's another sign of traffickers
Yep.
traveling all the time. They always got to
Yep.
be gone.
Yep. And and any of these people that have treated this like it's a game, this is not a game,
It's disgusting.
and it's disgusting. And Ernie never treated it like a game. Ernie's just constantly in self defense mode, and it's
And
disgusting. And we
it's,
are coming after every one of you piece of shits
that's
that
right.
have sent women in to try to kill him, to
Oh my
destroy
God.
him, fake business propositions, fake personal relations.
Alicia Turner, I already
Yeah,
know about
exactly.
you.
We are
I
coming for
talked to
you.
Sheriff Grady's office. They don't know you. Is
Yeah.
that
That's
okay?
true.
And she gave all three of your names because your name
Sure
ain't
as
Alicia
fuck
Turner
did.
either.
And if they
Yep.
know her, they're not claiming her.
They ain't claiming her. Not my monkey, not my circus, but
Mhm.
what kind of circus y'all looking at over there? Oh, we're looking at a circus.
Strange, all these entertainment companies and cinematographers, actors, they're all around.
Team Rose, we'll have to fill you in on who Alicia was, but she was basically
Yeah.
somebody who came into Ernie's life and, um,
Took over.
Ruined it, kind
yeah,
of,
took over
for
from
him.
there.
She's
She
the
was supposed to
reason.
help make him a famous star, and they
I
were going to make
really
action figures out of him and medallions under a leash, like a leash. Nice name there, chick.
I know, that's kind of
You you
scandalous.
you handlers got good handles, don't you?
Hmm.
Like truck drivers.
Oh my God. Yeah, and she's the reason he got in trouble and set up.
Yeah.
And Ernie didn't do that. And I knew what he thought he was going to do.
Ernie doesn't believe it at all. Like, and Ernie just has too much faith and
he
trust
does.
in people's word, and it's sad. It's really sad. Yeah, everybody in chat, go ahead and tell Team Rose about Alicia. I don't really have much nice to say about her, so I'm not really gonna say anything right now.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was all true because she came in. There was a little bit of hope that all these people would walk away and leave everybody alone, and then she disappeared.
I know people were like, "Victory! You're not talking to Tina and Xander anymore. We can watch you now. We really liked you, Ernie. It was just Tina. It was just Tina that did that to you." And now you see they're back in the cycle of doing it
Hmm.
again. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Little do they know you all were still talking too.
I
Yeah.
know. I know. I know
You guys
because
were a
we're family.
diversion.
Yeah. So,
That's
Rose,
for
she went
sure.
around on a couple different panels
yeah.
talking pretty bad stuff.
Yeah. Rose,
They
you'll
And
made her
what
quit.
probably.
manager does that unless you're brought in to defame somebody's character?
I
Right.
know.
She's
I
an
know.
actress too.
Yeah, she's an actress, and she's got a organization that she calls Rise and Shine. Is that what it is?
I think so.
Rise and Up LLC or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, it's an anti-bullying kind of thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the irony.
Maybe
I know
she.
that's what I was like. Where you at?
Right.
Where you at? No, no.
Everyone was saying, was she at?
Right, right.
We're not joking. This shit is really happening.
I
Hmm.
mean, it is. It's so sad,
Oh, it's called
disgusting.
Rise Up
Right.
LLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but anyways, what concerns me on here, on Katrina's site, is the fact that you have little kids on some of your information, and it kind of bothered me. Like, you're sharing little kids' pictures online, and I don't care if the family agreed to it or not. I think you need to just kind of maybe be checked out to make sure there's nothing funny going on,
Yep.
especially if you're against human trafficking.
Yep.
That's
Right.
the last thing you do.
Arnie couldn't be controlled. You're right, Sally Forth.
Yep.
Mm.
I know. They say that, we try to control him. I mean,
No.
shit.
Like, he don't
Yeah.
seem like the type that can be controlled, if you ask me.
But,
No
I
way.
mean, dude, if I had any control over Ernie, or if Xander had any control over Ernie, Ernie wouldn't be fucking with these fuckers. Like, you
At
don't
all.
see us, like,
You
no.
guys look out for him.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
we definitely take care of his trash that's coming after him. Little
And you
trash
guys.
monsters. You know, yeah. I mean, we always stand for Ernie because we know who he is, without a doubt. I mean, he's a good person. He's a man
Yeah.
child.
All right, guys, I gotta go to bed. I'm
I
sorry.
gotta go to bed too.
Me too. I'm
Yeah,
sure we'll hear all kind of bad stuff about ourselves tomorrow.
That's
yeah.
okay. We don't need to listen.
I know. I wonder how many people streamed us tonight, or how they like. Oh shit, they got too real. So let's go stream somebody else, because
Huh?
that's all the content that they have.
Yeah.
Or
What?
they'll say something and then
Four
put our
four
voice.
channels are streaming us.
Hi. We. No, I'm just kidding.
I think
Yeah,
Ricky's already asleep.
Ricky,
I
wake
know.
up.
Oh
Wake
wait,
your
he's
ass
muted.
up.
Wait, Ricky was muted.
Oh, he was.
You were muted. Are you
No,
there,
he's
Oh my
Ricky?
asleep.
god.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't realize you were muted.
I think that with the other YouTubes, they need to think about if they want to have a Facebook truce.
Mm, YouTube truth. You
Oh
YouTube.
say?
shit, my
Yeah.
Well,
bad. Wrong
Facebook too.
social media.
Dumpster
Yeah.
fire streets
Yes,
Everywhere.
everywhere. Dumpster fires.
because if they
Yes.
don't have a truce, it's not going to be good.
Right?
I'm just saying legally and with the
I mean,
police and
and if they're
everything.
working for, an alphabet agency, I mean, that alphabet agency is, complicit with
Mm-hmm.
some terroristic shit going on, and we need to know who that is.
Yeah.
We need to know who you people work for, like, because you're working for somebody, and you need to
Or
quit lying.
they could be working solo within the agency as a side hustle for somebody,
Mm.
you know? But the good thing is you know, Tina, not everybody's bad. So
Oh,
the
I
more
know.
hands things get into, the more hands are going to come and deal with this.
Well, I mean, consciousness is a collective, and it's contagious. And so,
Mm-hmm.
when when these people that are just following these people out of ignorance, you
Hmm.
know, they start to see the truth with these people streaming us like this. I mean, I can guarantee you there's somebody in those chats tonight that's like, wait a minute, Predator
Right.
Hunter Nation isn't exactly what they told me it was. I just followed this person because it was fun to make fun of other people with my fake fucking cyber friends.
God, what
Yeah.
happened to this
You
world?
know? It's
But they'll
like
all turn on each other, I'm sure.
they all turn on each other.
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, and
Oh,
they
it's already
devour
happened.
each other. Yeah,
It
it
is?
is.
Every other day.
Yeah.
Team
Oh,
Rose, yes, she did say she was working for an alphabet agency.
yeah.
Who? NK?
Dickalina.
Uh-huh.
Mm. Okay, let's see. She works in mental health, which is scary.
Mm.
She's probably a state employee. But if she says that she's working for the alphabet agency, she could be sitting behind her little keyboard, making up all kind of crap and sending it to the FBI. That's not
I don't
working for them.
I don't
Yeah.
think she would film her home if she was FBI or CIA.
Well, I know that Homeland Security, they were telling us they're not even allowed to have personal accounts on
Right.
any social media platform,
Nope.
and they're not even really supposed to be on it unless they are actually investigating a particular page. They said they do kind of have a sneaky account, but they have like 5 friends, and it's like their kids, so they can see their grandkids or like
Stuff
relatives
like
or
that.
whatever. But you would never be able to connect that a Homeland Security agent had that page, and
Yeah.
they would never admit it. They're not allowed to. And I know that um, the TBI as well. They're not taking to dumpster fire streets on YouTube, talking smack in the chats.
Exactly.
You know,
Sally.
They even admitted that all this has really hindered Summer's investigation.
yeah,
But it's like this really sick, perverted, perverse high.
yeah. I know.
Like, oh, I don't care right now, but this is good. No, it's not good if it's not real
No,
and truthful.
no, no. And you know, and I've said it before, say it again. Satan is the deceiver. So
Hmm.
if you follow deception, and deception, is the path and the way that you go, then essentially you're following Satan, and that's what that
Hmm.
means.
To deceive will be deceived.
Yep.
You know,
So yeah,
I'm not worried because I've had plenty of things in my life that prove to me that God is real.
right,
Me too.
Things that were meant to kill me did not.
right.
So,
We have been very protected. I mean, they have definitely tried to kill us. There have been attempts on our lives, and
Sleep.
we're
Sorry.
always protected. Always, you know.
That's
yeah.
And
true.
I'm grateful for that, and I give thanks for that every day. And I know it's because we stay true to the mission, and we are the warriors.
Mhm.
They said we'd come, right? No. And we're gonna keep on, and because y'all make it a game, well, we're in it to win it. You shouldn't have drug us into a game we didn't know we were playing.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Thank
and
you.
then you won't let us even leave with any grace or integrity. So fuck you. We're gonna
Yeah.
fuck you up.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Who does this?
Who does this for real?
Shit.
Like
Seriously.
seriously. I know.
Ricky, are you
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Why do you sound like my ex-husband? That's what he used to say when he was sleeping. Yeah, I'm here. I was like, dude, you're still asleep with your eyes closed.
Nope, I ain't asleep.
Oh, okay.
No, he's not. He's just chilling. He's rowdy Ricky. He goes and busts up people's chats.
Nuh-uh. Oh, that's
He,
so awesome.
he's a street teamer. He goes
Oh,
in, sets people straight. They'll be talking shit. He's like, bullshit.
He bounces them all.
I know.
good.
I know. He's a panel hopper
I would rather have
and a mod.
500 real people follow me than 5,000 freaking
Exactly.
trolls.
I know.
Oh
I
yeah.
know, for
Right?
real. I'm like, block, block, block. Like, you ain't
Yeah.
gonna have any followers. Oh, block, shut up.
But I feel like when you do that kind of stuff in an entertainment
Yeah.
industry, I'm sure by now they're calling themselves artists. All right. So anyways, when you're in that, like, fuck, what was I saying?
Nah, you're tired.
There was a point I forget, but
Yeah, I think
anyways,
we're all tired. Our brain is wrecked. We have gone
yeah,
through so much information the past few days, guys,
yeah,
Whoa.
as a team. And the things that we've had to come across are not pleasant.
no,
Mm.
no,
But we turn it all over. Y'all are fucked.
We'll do it all over again.
every day.
Yep.
Yep.
Every day until you guys are considered a terroristic threat, domestic terrorism.
Or turning around and making something good of yourself. For
Yeah, I
real.
know. Exactly.
Like I said, there's other kids that are missing and they're cold cases now. I mean, We need help. Everybody needs
Yep.
help. This isn't like who has the bigger balls here. We're talking about human beings.
I know. Stop distracting us from our real works
Yeah.
that we do and making this
Yeah.
some sort of freaking YouTube game show. It is
Yeah.
not, you know.
We're not part of tree tourney, okay?
Mm-mm.
Unless is that what you've all created?
Yeah, is
Maybe.
that you guys? Is that
You
is that
know?
what's going on here?
Are we being used in a like little project?
Yep. Yep. A
It's a thought.
psychological
I mean, I know.
operation.
Yeah, because why all of a sudden are they being nice to Ernie?
Oh,
Oh,
because this
Sounds
is what
like
they do. This is exactly what Alicia did.
they want to light
It's
him.
it's like gaslighting,
Mm,
and then what they're gonna do, like soon after, like they've done this over and over. We've witnessed it. They will attack him with frequencies,
mm.
and
they really do.
he has to stay off of other people's panels, and he has to stop letting people come onto his panels
Oh yeah.
that are like BK or these mystery fuck faces that show up. And then all of a
Mhm.
sudden, his nose starts bleeding, or blood
Yeah.
starts coming out
Mm.
his mouth, or he starts like passing out, and they're like, "Oh, look, he's fucked up," and they're just like sitting there bombarding him with, weapons. And if you can't see it, you're fucking retarded. You people that are sitting here calling me a conspiracy theorist,
Oh
like,
my God.
you are either complacent, you are contributing, or you're just stupid and ignorant, and you don't even know how to think or do your own research, or just
Mhm.
type in uh, EMF frequency weaponry.
Go read
Israel. Go,
Johanna's book.
yeah, go read Johanna's book that she wrote. You know,
Johanna is very dark.
you know,
Yeah.
what has Ernie got to be exhausted with? It's all emotional and mental and spiritual exhausted, and
Yeah.
attacks on him daily. Psychological attacks, electromagnetic frequency attacks, sound frequency attacks, manipulation attacks. It's disgusting. You people who contribute to it are sick, or misguided, or just stupid.
Mhm. Exactly. I
Yep.
mean, what's worse is when people like joke about stuff like this, and it's a real child, and you keep joking like this, then when something bad happens, you're going to start to think about this like, wow, I was such a jerk like that. I mean, that's what COVID was awakening for everybody here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Man-made not or not. It's like that's exactly what it was.
Right.
And we all played a game with that too. Who will live and who won't?
Right. I mean, and the fact of the matter is we're calling out big time people, and
Big time.
whole entire rings, and this is not easy work, and it is not really safe work, you know. So you guys can show at least some appreciation and respect for our bravery, and our courage to actually do this. Not to mention the amount of time that we put into fighting this battle, because it is a spiritual battle. And I don't think your children or my children are spiritually or physically or emotionally equipped to prepare for this kind of battle. Because my kids haven't grown up in an abuse, kind of situation. They're homeschooled. A lot of these kids at school, I mean, half of them have been gender neutralized. I mean,
Yeah.
what? Because they've all been raised by Disney. You got boys wanting to wear dresses and no longer wanting to make bows and arrows, or learn how to sharpen a knife or nothing. I mean, we have to fight this battle for this generation for sure, or it's not gonna look good.
I agree.
Yep, I do
I agree.
too.
So that's why we keep fighting and dealing with this crap because we are powerful, and we are charismatic, and we do have the power to uplift people and, you know, teach them to move forward on their own as a collective and a community.
I knew from the second I heard you guys that I wanted to help.
Me too.
Aw,
Hmm.
I love you guys. You guys are so helpful.
We
Oh,
love you
I
guys
love you
Oh
guys
too.
boy.
Love you
too.
too.
All right, love
Uh,
you. We're going to bed. Good night,
You
guys.
too.
All
bye.
Good
Have a
right.
good
night.
We'll
Good
night.
night,
talk
y'all.
soon. Good
Night,
night.
night,
Talk to y'all tomorrow.
trolls.
Check you later.
See ya.
Bye.
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 Okay. Good night, everyone.